Hi all. Sorry I'm late tonight. I'm really sorry I'm late. Tonight's just been a bit of a... Today's been a little bit frustrating, so... I am very sorry I am late tonight. Like, extremely late. I am almost an hour late for stream. I am really sorry. I did not mean to be this late. Give me just a moment here. I'm just... Okay. Like I said, I'm really sorry. I'm gonna jump into the game right away here to keep from dragging this out any longer than it already has. I meant to start this on time tonight, but between little one not going down and I got pulled into a dungeon and... Well, not pulled into a dungeon. I went into a dungeon with some friends and, did not think that it would take that long to get through the dungeon. So basically, what I'm doing is Chapter 3's trial. I am figuring out who committed the double murder. I'm just making sure that I've got all of the skills that I can have. So I'm now done making all my preparations. I'm going straight into the trial tonight.
Let's begin with a basic explanation of the class trial. So, your votes will determine the results. If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate. Now then, to begin with...
We already know who did it!
Was that?
It was Hiro. He does not have an alibi for when the murders took place, and we found him in that suit. Don't try
Oh
to deny
no.
it. You killed them!
Oop. Ad popped up right away. I'm sis. Yeah. How do I turn auto mode off, though? Yay, ad's done. I have no idea how to turn auto mode off.
Someone knocked me out. I was asleep the whole time. I don't know anything about it.
Shut your murdering mouth, murderer!
Who are you calling a murderer?
Well, I'm Rose. I think... But...
Blueprint
Okay.
for the suit.
My mic has an odd sound to it. Give me just one moment here. That is weird. Like, my mic sounds weird? It's a little odd. I don't understand why this is not actually. Memento. There is something not right here. That's because that... Here, no, that's not the right one. Give me just a moment here. I'm trying to figure out why it's being a little weird. Hmm. Hi, Uber Alex. An older, maybe on the little cheap side mic? No, actually, this mic was a little bit more expensive. This mic, is my Blue Yeti. I am using a... I am using a voice mod, so maybe my clean voice mod is not working quite right now. Give me a moment here. I'm just gonna mute my microphone in the stream. Just so that way. No. Weird. Let me... That's very weird. Should only be picking up my voice mod, though. I'll need to mess with it offline then at some point when I'm not actually in a game or something. But, Fotuke, I think you followed me when I was playing Sims 4 the one night. I was playing Sims 4 and then you were very disappointed because I was like the fourth streamer that you had popped into the stream only to find out that they were ending. I was very sad that night that I wound up adding to that. Hi, Uber Alex. Yeah, I'll definitely fix that after stream then, I guess.
And all of it was found in your room. You have to admit, the evidence is quite compelling. It points to you as having created the suit and wearing it while committing crime after crime.
How many times do I have to tell you? I don't know. I don't know.
Okay.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff. It's not true. It's a conspiracy.
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Compelling evidence that Hero is the killer. Is that really true?
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Oh shit.
Hero, why?
Wrong thing.
Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Yeah, I know I got this. It's just, I'm a little frustrated.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough.
No, that's not it. It means words tied. Please stop placing the shoot. One more time. There must be a contradiction in there somewhere.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof
What?
enough.
No. What is it? Oh! I used to know this. What is it? What is it again? Oh.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit parts, they are all proof enough that you are the culprit.
I don't know anything about that stuff! It's not true! It's a conspiracy!
Hero, why? Why did you kill them?
No! Just hold on a second!
Now I know what it is that I fucked up.
Everything we found in your room. The blueprints, the suit.
Yeah, that was it. I knew that it was the blueprints that was the problem. I just was.
Are we sure Hero really made those blueprints?
What do you mean?
Well, take a look at this. It's the note that Hero wrote, asking everyone to meet up after Alter Ego disappeared. The handwriting's obviously different, wouldn't you say? When you compare it to the blueprints.
There's no way you could think the same person made both of them.
Unless that person made it a point to disguise their handwriting.
No, the differences are bigger than that, I think.
Come on! I'm not smart enough to think of trying to change my handwriting anyway.
Yeah, Hero
Are
isn't.
you saying you don't think Hero's the culprit?
And he's not the only one. I think Hero's innocent as well.
What?
Oh, Byakuya! Fine.
No justice suit. Is it like Hero said? Was there really someone running around in a second suit?
The suspicious
Nope.
individual hidden within the suit. Go ahead, Mako.
Yeah, I've got affiliate. I do have a few subs. This very small amount.
So, who was in the Robo Justice suit?
Yeah. But it was Hero that was in the suit.
Hero, I can't think of anyone else it could have been. Obviously, he was the one in that
I've
particular
had
suit.
affiliate
Never found any
since
sign of
about.
second suit.
Then there can be no doubt. Hero is the prime suspect.
June?
That doesn't make any sense. You just said Hero didn't do
Middle of June, I want to say.
It makes perfect sense. Hero was the suspicious individual in the suit, but he's not the culprit.
So what you're saying is...
That's right. The culprit in this case has nothing to do with being in the Robo-Justice suit.
What? Now that's a bold assumption.
I am so sorry. My daughter is... Okay, thank you, Uber Alex, for that. I'm sorry, my daughter is, like, screaming right now. I will be right back. I promise. I am so sorry to be doing this. Okay, that was a little bit of a faster one tonight. Usually it's not that fast and easy most nights, but thank you, Uber Alex, for that subscription. Thank you. Welcome into the Crystal Garden, and thank you so much for that. Let me get back into this.
And what reason do you have to make such a statement? You do have a reason, yes?
Of course. But before we get to that, there's something else we need to clarify first. So let's get that out of the way.
Hey, stop trying to boss us around!
All things have a proper order.
So what is it? What needs to be clarified?
We must clarify the method of transportation for Taka's lifeless body. It would seem that his corpse was moved using certain particular items. Makoto, can you tell us what they were?
The things that were used to move Taka's body was the blue tarp and the dolly.
A gun! They were a dolly and a tarp, right?
What's with the attitude?
Let's see if I can explain.
Hey, Byakuya, you were an ass.
It disappeared from the equipment room, and then we rediscovered it in the repository. And when we found it for the second time, it was wrapped in a blue tarp, right? It was the same tarp that, up until then, was stored in the equipment room. So the killer must have seen it there, and decided to use it when they moved Taka's body. That way, they wouldn't leave any bloodstains while they were moving it.
Okay, that explains the tarp. And the dolly?
Same thing. I'm sure the dolly was in the equipment room when we first found Taka's body there. But when the body disappeared, so did the dolly. Later, when Taka's body reappeared in the repository, so did the dolly.
In other words, you think they used the dolly to move the body, am I right? But are you sure you are not mistaken?
Huh?
Are you absolutely positive the dolly was in the equipment room when we found Taka's body?
Oh,
The
well,
dolly
we're...
was made specifically for moving large objects between the repository and
Hi,
the
Robo! Welcome in.
It would be very strange indeed to discover it had made its way to the equipment room. Is it not possible that it was in the repository all along, and you simply didn't realize it?
She's raised an objection. How do you respond?
There is no shame in being wrong. Nobody expects much from you anyway.
Celeste!
We have all accepted the fact that you rarely understand what is going on around you.
Celeste, you are a fucking bitch. Like, really? Never had to anyone sound so nice while being so mean. Maybe I can change your mind. Yeah, it's like, explain to them why the dolly must have been moved from the equipment to the repository. Yeah. New element has been added to bullet time battles. Yes, I would like to hear about it. Reloading. Add more and more ingredient. On the bottom of the screen underneath the tempo marker, you'll see your ammo count. Up until now, there hasn't really been a limit on how you destroy your opponent's statements. Oh gods. From now on, just locking on pressing left mouse button won't be enough to handle them. She has a cool accent, yeah, I will admit that. Now it'll cost you 1 bullet to destroy a single remark. Once you run out of bullets, you can't destroy any more statements, no matter how locked on you are. Yay! Fuck me. However, you can reload by pressing the tab key. Just like locking on, you'll have to press the tab key and oh, fuck me. This is not gonna be fun. I hate this. Automatically reload at the start of fever time and your ammo will not decrease. Thank God. But if my action difficulty is set to gentle, I won't have to. Yeah, I'm not even on gentle. I'm on mean. In which case, yeah, you can ignore everything I just said. Yes, thank you, narrator. Me.
You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree. You are a fool. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. You have it wrong. I cannot agree. You are a fool. So pathetic. Lies will get you nowhere. Do your worst. You miserable wretch. I cannot agree.
This should prove it.
I hate fever type. I hate that. I hate both time battles.
You're asking
They're
for
the
proof
really
that the
fucking
dolly
worst.
moved. I have it right here. When I found the dolly in the repository, one of the wheels had a blood stain on it. There was a pool of blood in
Took
the
you for
equipment room
3
with
times
tread
on the
marks
first
that
try?
matched the dolly wheel's tread.
Yeah, that does not surprise me. Oh god.
The killer probably rolled the dolly through the blood on accident as they wheeled the body out of the room. And as the blood dried on the tire, they moved the body into the repository. So there's my proof that the dolly
Just got
used
home
in
from the
Taka's
bar. Hi, Orange. I'll come in. I just started Trial 3's chapter, so...
Well, anyway,
Er,
that was just something
Chapter 3's trial. What?
Let's get back to the main
Your friend was
subject.
screaming at you for it didn't help.
The subject of
Having somebody scream at you in your ear about it, or like trying to tell you how to do it while you're doing it, does not help one bit.
I'm not sure that really matters.
I'd be happy to explain why the occupant of the suit couldn't possibly be the killer. If
Easy.
you look back on how the body was transported, it will become immediately obvious.
Thoughtful, but nope, they didn't care. Yeah, nope. To be clear why the person in the suit couldn't have done it, yeah. Checking at the actual bar, one of the wait staff told you to come by after her shift because she'd love to get to know you. Hey! Okay, so this one has got to be the costume. I'm pretty damn sure that this one's the costume.
Taka was killed in the equipment room. And from there, the body was moved to the repository, correct?
Yeah, the culprit wrapped the body in the tarp, then loaded it onto the dolly and wheeled it off, right?
Now, keep in mind that the dolly doesn't have a handle.
Well, yeah, but even without a handle, all you'd have to do is bend over.
No, you can't bend over in the costume. Got asked out by a waitress at a bar, hey?
You're absolutely right.
Yeah, usually it's the other way around, but hey.
You stoop down low. But if you were wearing that suit, do you think you could actually get into a position like that?
What do you mean?
Think back to what you said when we were all checking out the suit together. Remember?
Blind as a bat in here. Can't see my feet at all. I'm surprised you got anywhere in this thing. Telling you, it wasn't me. And not to mention, you totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like pretty obvious oversight.
When you're in that suit, not only can you not see your feet, but you can't even bend at the waist. Am I right about that?
Now that you mention it, yeah.
It seems Seems like it'd be awfully hard to push that dolly if you couldn't bend over.
I hope she meant it as well, because you deserve to at least get out on,
Your feet.
When you
go
think
out for a
outside your
date.
field, you really think someone could kick the dolly all that way?
Yeah, it'd be totally impossible.
Get to
but
know
I can
somebody
take it
new.
myself.
On top of that, if you were wearing such a rigid, cumbersome suit, it's very unlikely you would have the dexterity to go about wrapping the body in a tarp.
Yeah.
Well, I mean, isn't that just a matter of taking off the suit when you're ready to move the body?
You cannot take our fucking costume. You can't take it off by yourself.
I don't think taking off
Even the
suit would
bartender
work.
looks like, eh.
If you remember,
That's true. It seems impossible to put the suit on or take it off without help.
Then, you really can't take it off by yourself? Hero wasn't just making it up?
Of course I wasn't making it up.
if he could have gotten it off by himself, I don't think he would have let us see him wearing it. Showing up in the suit was basically an invitation for everyone to suspect it.
Yeah, that's right.
So, it's really, really true that Robo Justice couldn't have moved the dolly?
To be clear,
Hey, nah,
whoever
holy
did the body,
fuck, are you
it couldn't have
dumb?
been Hero in the robot suit, correct?
Oh, God.
Just a second, if you please. Have you forgotten about the picture that I took? You all got a good look at it, did you not? The
Yes, you do deserve somebody that won't
dragged
break your
away
heart.
by Robo-Justice? If whoever was
Oh,
in
my
that suit
lord.
is not the culprit, how do you explain that?
Oh, Celeste, I just want to fucking deck you.
Besides, do you remember what the now deceased Hifumi said?
That guy hit you? Yeah. Ugh.
So long as those facts exist, the proper conclusion is beyond question.
Yeah,
The
no.
individual inside the suit and the culprit are one and the same. It was Hero, without a doubt.
No, it wasn't.
Yeah, that's gotta be right.
Hina!
It's still
God,
far
you are
too early to
fucking
reach that
dumb.
conclusion.
You fall for every
Besides,
gullible
there's no
lie.
hurry to decide who did it. Before we rush to a verdict, shouldn't we explore every single possibility? Instead of seizing on one viewpoint, the truth is uncovered by analyzing things from every angle.
Perhaps, but where do we go from here?
Let's
I'm
review
glad
this
the
series of
therapy is
unfortunate
helping
events
with
we
your
made today.
confidence.
Maybe we'll uncover something new.
That is always a great thing.
Pain
Like,
in the ass!
I don't disagree, but our lives are on the line.
it's
If this is what it takes,
something that definitely takes time, especially with how much shit you've gone through. I'm very proud of you for going through therapy and everything.
all right then. Let's take another
I
look
also,
back at what
I accidentally hit auto on this and I have no idea how to turn it off, so I couldn't find it in my manual here, so I'm gonna have to do it this way. Having Yasuhiro be so suspicious makes it seem like it's not Yasuhiro. It's not Hiro. It's not Hiro-chan. He did not do this.
And as soon
First
as we
time,
split up, Kyoko went missing.
Soon after that, Hina found Celeste in the rec room and quickly came to get Makoto and me.
It seems I was unconscious for about an hour after I was attacked by my mystery assailant. I know it was an hour because I remember being attacked a little after 7.
That was when we saw Celeste's picture and discovered that her
mean-
assailant had been wearing a strange costume. As it turns out, it was Robo-Justice.
I mean, if you
It also
swung that
soon
way,
became clear that this same
that would be a good thing,
Robo-Justice had
but
abducted
as
Hifumi.
far as I remember, I don't think you swing that late. What? Oh. Oh no, they thought that you were a chick from behind with the dyed hair?
So we took him to the nurse's office and
Oh.
resumed our search for the suspect.
I'm sorry, TJ. That
Nurse's office.
Hi, man.
When Celeste told us that, we decided to split up and search the second floor. And soon after that,
I saw someone moving around on the 3rd floor, and I yelled out to everyone as soon as I did.
Celeste, you're not that great of a liar.
and then,
Yes, yada yada yada, all the screaming and shit. Ew. Fool me.
at
Should
that point, we
shave some of
decided
your
to
facial
divide
hair?
into 2 groups. Celeste, Hina, and I went back to the nurse's office.
Yeah, I've forbidden my husband from actually shaving any of his facial hair because he looks younger than me then. He looks like he's still in high school if he was to get rid of the beard and mustache that he's got.
And that's when we
You've got a
heard the
neck
body
beard
was
going
found
on.
in the
Ooh.
basement. I left Celeste and Hina there and headed back to the 3rd floor
Yeah,
to let the others know what had happened.
if my hubby got rid of his beard and mustache, he would look like he's still in high school, and that just makes me feel like no. I don't want to be like seen as like somebody that is like going after a high schooler, even though I look fairly young for my age in person.
And that's when I told you guys about Hifumi. Then the 3 of us headed for the nurse's office. But right after we left the physics lab, we ran into Celeste, who'd arrived after us, and she told us something very surprising.
Yeah, Hifumi's body
We
disappeared.
rushed back to the nurse's
Here
office
when
and
her
saw that she was
my
right.
face.
Then we remembered we'd left Toko passed
Yeah.
out in the equipment room, so we hurried back again. But when we got there, we discovered that now Taka's body had also gone missing. Next thing we knew, we were searching the school for 2 missing dead bodies. And after some time,
Thing is that it was not 2 dead bodies that they were looking for. I swear I'm not trying to chase the
Which
HK.
is where we rediscovered the corpses.
As long as they're legal.
I see. The whole thing sounds exceptionally complicated. It certainly seems to me that these are
As long as they're of legal age when you first meet them, realistically,
Okay, well,
I don't see a problem
that's
with it.
true. Then what?
And everything involved is us. Yeah, God.
Situation. And from there, we can uncover the contradictions surrounding all of them. Now then, let's get started, beginning with what happened to Taka.
TJ, I don't remember what the hell you're talking about, but I'm not going to get into it here. Yeah. Okay. Okay.
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after.
Oh my god.
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Thank you for that raid. Oh my god. I'm sorry. I'm in the middle of something and I'm just like,
It's true that Hifumi was killed.
welcome in, raiders. Welcome into the welcome into the Crystal Garden.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
Hi, Nova. Oh my god, it's been a while since I've seen you. You were playing some Aura Kingdom tonight. Was that the only thing you were playing, or?
Regarding Taka's death.
Sorry. Here, let me pause this for a moment so that way I actually can focus on this for a moment. Welcome in, raiders. Hi, I'm Rose. Welcome, welcome. So you were playing some Aura Kingdom tonight? That's cool. How is that game? I never heard of that game until now, so... I take it you had lots of fun with it. Yeah. I'm trying to think of what this one non-stop debate would be. Which one it is. I'm trying to think because I'm really horrible at remembering how this one goes because it's been a while. And I'm likely to wind up having to redo part of this trial because of the fact that I effed up early on. Head. Okay.
Or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in. Taka came last.
Makes you say that.
Because of the numbering of the Justice Hammers.
It's true that Hifumi was killed with Justice Hammer 3.
Okay.
Taka's death came from a swing of Justice Hammer 4.
See? So it's obvious Taka came after.
No, it's not. Something about that is bothering me. Yeah, that was the thing, is that it's the
Regarding Taka's death, I wonder if he died before Hifumi, or perhaps it was after?
We already know what order they were killed in.
No.
No, that's wrong.
How's Danganronpa? Really good. I'm actually enjoying this game, even though I really want to strangle certain characters.
The hammers were used in the same order as their
I
numbers.
forgot to turn off auto mode. I don't know how to do that.
That's just another way the killer tried to disguise their actions.
So you're saying the culprit wanted us to think the hammers were used in order, but in reality, Taka was killed before Hifumi? Okay then, let's see the proof.
Oh lordy. Oh shit. I don't. Oh no. Shit. Space turns off the auto. Okay, I will do that after here. I am trying to remember this. Wristwatch, right. Oh gods, I am going to be probably... Yeah, this is something that is going to... Wrist... Come on, give me another D. W, I meant. Oh, damn it, I missed that T. T... B... H. There we go.
Now I understand.
Yeah, because I'm on mean, it's not gonna actually...
Taka's
There we go.
wristwatch. See?
It took me hitting it twice to actually deactivate.
Just past 6 o'clock.
It must have gotten broken when he was attacked
Yeah,
by the killer.
um...
Because as of last night,
Danganronpa has been really, really fun. I love some of these characters. Like, some of them are batshit insane. Some of them are really cool looking or really interesting. Some of them I just want to strangle because of the fact that I know exactly who the killer is in this trial. I know who it is. But, oh god, the... Hey you, how long were you going to keep us waiting? Taka's irritated voice. Yeah, it's almost 10 o'clock. You know that bedtime for all little boys and girls.
so if it wasn't broken
Girls and
past
boys.
6 last
Boys and
night,
girls. Girls and boys?
then
I
he
don't
must have
know.
been attacked around 6 this morning.
And that would be
Yeah.
his official time of death.
Yeah.
But if that's true, then he was killed well before Hifumi.
Yeah.
And before Celeste was attacked this morning, which happened around 7.
Mm-hmm.
That's right. Taka was killed before any of the other incidents took place.
That simple fact.
It's just that this part of the game, the trial portion, is kind of hard to do, especially since I've set it to the hardest difficulty, which is mean.
We made the wrong assumption about the order of events, all because of those justice hammers.
And actually, my worst, I hate one particular gaming thing in this trial is just the, in all trials, is the bullet time thing. I hate it. It's the hardest thing to do for me.
The culprit wrote the numbers on each hammer and had them increase in size.
Yeah, good luck on the final trial. Oh god. Don't remind me that the final trial will be even more difficult than this.
That way, when we saw how they were used in each incident, we'd easily make that wrong assumption.
Now, if Taka was killed around 6, then everyone's alibis for his murder go out the window. Because when he was killed, we hadn't met up in the dining hall yet.
That may be true in the case of Taka's murder.
Pretty sure Kyoko always knows who did it, but just plays along with everyone else. To some degree, I think she has an idea as to potentially who did it. And but thing is that a lot of times she's just like, she doesn't have enough evidence.
Still holds true for Hifumi's death.
And
That's right. With him, at least, we're all safe.
what's that? Came from downstairs. It must have been Hifumi. He's in the nurse's office. The thing is that Hifumi didn't die that time.
When we heard Hifumi screaming, we were all together. Except for Hiro and Kyoko. Then we all ran down to the nurse's office, and that's where we found his body.
That's totally true. We're all in the clear.
Oh, I know! They must have recorded him screaming on a tape or something, then played it later on.
If that's
Nope.
true, where's the tape?
Hero? No.
I
No.
don't know.
God.
Still making stuff up.
I mean, yeah, Kyoko's meant to be that character that knows who did it, I think. And
Anyway, we all have rock solid
basically
alibis
she's
for
meant
when
to be
we
your
are
guide
truly
to help you
safe.
figure out who it is. Yeah, Hero can be cringe at points. Yeah, he's one of the ones that I would bash over the head with a goddamn book.
Since all of
Very,
us were
very
there
thick,
together,
heavy book.
Clearly, none of us could have killed him.
Like an unabridged version of The Stand. That's a very big, thick book. Probably not the thickest book, but one of the thickest books I can think of. Kyoko is your favorite character in the series, not gonna lie. Hey, Kyoko's really... I love Kyoko's design in this.
Does not
It's really
stop
pretty.
there. There was also the moment when we discovered his body had disappeared.
I mean, I like Celeste's design. I don't like her character because she just... she screams mean girl. Hero has all the confidence, but none of the smarts. Yeah.
Vanished from the nurse's office. Hina and I were in the bathroom together, while everyone else was in the equipment room, correct? And then there's the disappearance of Taka's body from the equipment room.
In this game, Kyoko is one of my favorites. Chihiro was another one of my favorites. I absolutely love Chihiro.
We were all gathered together in the nurse's office because of
I
Hifumi's
miss
going missing.
Chihiro.
Well, don't forget, I was passed out in the equipment room the whole time.
Wait, then what if Genocide Jill did it? She could have dragged Taka's body out of there right then.
Even if she could pull that off, there's no way she could have done the same with Hifumi's body.
Yeah.
Because, as we just established, she was passed out in the equipment room when his body disappeared.
Besides, I didn't do either of them anyway.
In other words, it is impossible that any of us could have killed Hifumi or moved either of their bodies.
No, it is not impossible that any of you could have killed him. It's that...
On the other hand, Hiro and Kyoko had disappeared, so they most certainly could have done those things.
No.
So what now, Kyoko?
Yeah, no.
For now, we can't get fixated on who did it, or we'll just keep going around in circles. So instead of who, I propose we start talking about how. In particular, I think we need to figure out how Hifumi's body got moved.
That's true. We searched everywhere, but we couldn't figure out how to explain his body disappearing. And according to what Celeste said,
Could not have been gone for more than a minute or two. Killer was able to get in and move Hifumi's body in that short amount of time.
his body apparently disappeared in the 1 minute her and Hina took their eyes off of it. But to carry that much weight from the first floor up to the third in that short amount of time?
Oh man, yeah. There's no way. It'd be impossible.
Well, what if I told you there was a way to make the impossible possible?
Yes, Kyoko, because we all know that Hifumi actually was not dead.
The dead body were to move itself.
The dead body moved on its own?
I just love the music right here.
No, not another ghost.
I don't think it has anything to do with the occult. I think what she's implying is, we thought Hifumi was dead, but perhaps in reality he was still alive.
Okay. Also, I am just gonna... I'm sorry. This has been bothering me all this time. Just because of the fact that it's over their portrait on the left there, I'd rather have my chat above my head than having it be in the way of portraits on the left-hand side here. Don't think Hifumi could climb 3 flights of stairs in 2 minutes. describes what a fat man would do with for the right motivation.
Alive?
You know, but I think Hifumi was hiding at spots while he was trying to go up.
But simply walked out on his own.
But I mean, we found his body. He was dead.
Perhaps he was simply playing dead.
That it isn't possible.
The idea that Hifumi was still alive. Is it really possible? I don't know, is it?
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi
Steady
in the nurse's
body.
office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's
Just to
discovery.
skip. Oh no! What?
Shoot!
I had that wrong way around.
Are you saying that when we first found
Had that
Hifumi
the
in nurse's
wrong way
office,
around.
there's a chance he was actually still alive?
I
It is
might
impossible.
wind up having to
Hifumi was
redo
dead,
part of
without a
it.
doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found. And that is why the announcement was made.
Are we really so sure about that? Maybe the announcement was intended to signal someone else's discovery.
Body discovery announcement was only made once, that much I'm sure of.
Are you saying that when we first found Hifumi in the nurse's office, there's a chance he was actually still alive?
No, it is impossible. Hifumi was dead, without a doubt.
And you know that how?
Surely you heard the body discovery announcement along
Yeah.
with the rest of us. Hifumi's dead body had been found.
It was someone else's discovery, though. Because it wasn't Hifumi.
Body discovery announcement that was made really intended for Hifumi?
Of course it was. The announcement played right after we discovered his body.
Maybe. But that was also the same time that Taka's body was found.
That's right. It wasn't long after finding his body that we heard the announcement.
So there's a good chance we've made a mistake in there somewhere. I think we've confused whether the announcement was for Hifumi or Taka.
First of all, if two bodies had been found, there really should have been two announcements.
Maybe Monokuma simply got lazy and rolled them together into one.
What do you say, Monokuma? Any comment?
Well, it's a very sensitive issue, so I can't go into too much detail. But what I can say about the body discovery announcement is that it's only broadcast when 3 or more people find a dead body for the first time.
That didn't answer our question, man. We're asking if you're a lazy
That's
bum.
because of the fact that we heard the body discovery announcement 2 times.
No, actually, that was plenty.
Huh?
He said it's only broadcast when a body is discovered for the first time. Which means, even if we find the same body again later, he won't make the announcement again. If that's true, then why was the announcement made again later on?
Huh? Later on?
Exactly. We heard the body discovery announcement twice.
Second body discovery announcement. The first time it played was when we found each body in the nurse's office in the equipment room. And the second was when both bodies were rediscovered.
We heard it a second time.
Yes,
in the
3 people
repository,
originally found
and we
Taka, and
rediscovered
3
the two
people
bodies.
found Hifumi originally. Because they had split up into 2 groups of 3 to go find the bodies. Go find the people. Celeste very much was trying to make sure that there was 3 people in each group. Because it was Celeste, Hina, and Makoto that went downstairs to the nurse's office, and it was Sakura, Byakuya, and Toko that found Taka's body.
It didn't seem weird at the time, but it contradicts what Monokuma just told us, doesn't it?
Exactly. If we were actually rediscovering both bodies, the announcement shouldn't have played.
And in reality, when the 2 dead bodies were rediscovered, one of them was actually being discovered for the first time.
So, when we found Hifumi the first time in the nurse's office, he wasn't actually dead yet. Meaning, he wasn't actually found dead until we came upon him in the repository.
And that's just
Yes. Oh my lord.
There's one more thing that leads me to believe he was still alive in the nurse's office.
Easy, because of the fact that...
We're gonna play dead! Bada bing, bada boom!
oh my lord, Jill.
Worst logic I have ever heard. But honestly, I do not think there's anything that can prove he was still alive.
Okay then.
Oh.
Let's take another look at the events surrounding the discovery of his body.
People should learn how to check pulse and breathing. Yeah, they should.
Then it should become clear whether he was really alive or not.
This whole thing is
The other thing is that notice small details. The man wears glasses. It has to be proof that shows Hifumi is still alive. I have to find it and show it to everyone. Hifumi wears glasses. That is the detail. That is exactly what it is that is the answer for this one. I'm pretty damn sure it is.
One thing we do know. The first time we found Hifumi's body was in the nurse's office.
Yes.
And then, while me and Celeste were in the bathroom, his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his body, it was in the repository.
Yes.
But when you compare his body before being moved and his body after being moved, other than the change in how it was positioned...
Oh shit, no. It's not that line. It's the next one. Shit. I am really walking on thin ice. Okay.
The first time we found him, and then his body disappeared.
And the next time we saw his, it was in.
But when you compare his body other than the change in how it was posed, there was no notable difference.
Bullshit. No, his glasses. There was a notable difference. His glasses.
In fact, there was one clear difference between Hifumi in the nurse's office and the repository. Glasses.
Yep.
That fact
Yeah.
proves that he was only
My,
dead in the
I'm playing a dangerous game. I'm going to lose this one, but I'm also going. Yeah, I'm not going to get. I like tacos. I am going to wind up getting a really bad grade on this trial, I think.
Perhaps you'd like to fill the rest of us in?
When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, his glasses were covered with blood. But when we found him again later in the repository, they were spotless.
Yes. One Heart Gaming. Oh god, this will be being a nightmare.
And I found the item he used to wipe them clean in the nurse's office trash can.
Evidence I found in the trash can in nurse's office was the this glasses cleaning cloth.
It was a glasses cleaning cloth featuring a certain cartoon mascot. One look at the bloodstain on the cloth should make things clear. This piece of cloth was used to wipe Hifumi's glasses clean. And the mascot on the cloth is the same one that's on the digital camera, right? And whose digital camera was it? Hifumi's, of course.
The character was Princess Piggles from Demon Angel Pretty Pudgy Princess, I think.
Thank God they are not getting me to fucking say that slurry of words together again.
Anyone but Hifumi would have brought something like this to school.
I see your point. And the only people here who wear glasses are...
I wouldn't be caught dead using a tacky piece of garbage like that.
Oh my God, Bianca, yeah. No, you would actually use probably a plain black or plain white cleaning cloth.
A few tissues is all I need to keep my glasses clean.
Oh God, tissue? Oh, Jill, no, God, that smears your glasses to fucking hell and back. Although, so does my shirt.
It belonged to Hifumi.
I use a very I usually wear very like soft material shirts, so I normally just clean my glasses with my shirt. I don't use cleaning cloth like I should.
What I'm saying is, the blood on his glasses was wiped away using his own glasses cleaning cloth.
Even if that is true, it does not mean he wiped the blood off himself.
But who would benefit from a clean pair of glasses other than the glasses owner?
That's a good point.
Then it must have been him, right?
So let's assume that Hifumi was still alive in the nurse's office. He pretends to be dead. Then when he's alone, he wipes his glasses clean so he can see. Then he stands up and walks out on his own 2 feet. And with that, the impossible task of moving his copious corpse becomes possible, wouldn't you say?
His copious corpse. That's just one way of calling him fat. He's a hefty boy.
But then, if he was just pretending to be dead, what was with all that blood? Was it paint or something?
The fridge in the nurse's office contains packs of blood for emergencies. He probably used one of those.
He figured if he was gonna play dead, he should go all out, so he just dumped it everywhere! But he got crazy with it and had to wipe his glasses off when he was done! God, what an idiot!
Yeah, that would be a lot grosser if the blood was red. Yeah, see, the blood in this game is pink due to actually trying to keep the rating down. Because if the blood was red, this game actually would be rated a lot higher in Japan, meaning that it would not get to its target audience as easily.
And if Hifumi was still alive at that point, the disappearance of Taka's body is easily explained. It should be perfectly obvious who must have moved Taka's corpse.
Taka himself. Oh, wait, no. Yeah, I just couldn't. The one who moved Taka's body was Hifumi. I just screwed that up. I've got a half a heart. I am living dangerously on the edge. Oh God. This is what happens when I don't have any crafty in my system.
That also explains how the door to the repository got locked.
The door was locked?
Oh yeah. It is really cool style-wise. Like,
After the bodies disappeared, we all went looking for them, right? So me and Sakura headed for the repository. But when we got there, the door was locked.
one life game and let's boo, yeah.
The repository door can only be locked from the inside. Which means when Hina and Sakura got to the repository, someone was already inside.
And it could only have been Hifumi, who just finished stashing Taka's body there.
He convinced us all he was dead, and when he saw his chance, he dragged Taka's body to the repository. So, Hifumi wasn't just another victim in this case. He was one of the assailants.
But That means he took part in the murders.
I just can't believe it.
If you're having trouble, would you like me to show you one more piece of evidence?
There's more?
Oh, absolutely. The single biggest fact pointing to his involvement has yet to be revealed. You know what I'm talking about, right, Makoto? The item he took off of Taka's lifeless body?
The thing Hifumi stole would have been the...
I got it! You're talking about the note Hifumi had hidden away, aren't you?
Hidden note?
That's right. We found it stuffed in his pants.
Ay, ay.
What? In his pants?
Yes, his pants.
Okay, well, forget about the pants for now. And take a look at what the note says.
Yeah, can we just focus on the note itself and not the fact that...
That's the note I was telling you about. The one that told me where to go. Huh? Wait, this one's a little different. In my note it said, Monokuma can't find out, so don't tell anyone else for now. Let's meet in the rec room at 1 a.m.
I see. Then this note isn't the same one Hiro got.
It's not the same?
In other words, the killer got in touch with another person besides Hiro. And that person could only have been... I got it!
Okay.
That's right!
Okay, yeah, I'm getting more back as I get more and more right answers that I get
The killer used
hurt
this
back.
note to draw out Taka and murder him.
Hello? Over here! Objection! Objection! I don't really understand what's going on, but Hifumi had that letter, right? So whoever wrote it wasn't drawing out TikTok, they were drawing out Huffy!
Just to be clear, TikTok is Taka and Huffy is Hifumi, right?
Ugh! Yes! Why must you ruin it every time?
And Genocide Jack is seriously scary, but still, can't let her get to me. Okay. Broken wristwatch is the one that I need for this. I know it's broken wristwatch.
The note, right? Then the person it was intended for must have been Huffy!
But remember what the note said. What time did it say to meet?
6 a.m., I believe.
The time doesn't matter! The note has nothing to do with TikTok!
Bullshit, the broken watch! Jack, are you not listening?
There absolutely is a connection.
What the hell are you talking about?
Huffy is Hifumi? Yes, Huffy is Hifumi and TikTok is Taka. Genocide Jack actually has nicknames for practically everybody. It's revealed later on that she knows a lot more than what's going on currently.
Taka was murdered. We've already proven that using his wristwatch. But there's more. Look where the note says to meet. The equipment room, right?
Which is where Taka was killed. I see.
So, Taka was murdered at both the time and place written in the note.
Yeah.
I think that should be plenty to show that this note was definitely meant for Taka.
Well, when you put it like
I love the art style for this game. It's so it's so awesome. It's really well done.
Then someone used that note to trick Taka. Just the same as me. The culprit
Okay.
really is a cold-blooded monster. Telling people they found a way out.
But if they gave the note to Taka, what was Hifumi doing with it?
Stuffed down his pants, no less!
Most likely. Hifumi stole it off Taka's corpse after he died.
Huh? He stole it?
Where's your proof? Go ahead, show us.
Proof that Hifumi stole the note from Taka. Easy. The torn piece of paper. A scrap of paper.
I got it! When I searched Taka's body, I saw that his lifeless hand was gripping a small scrap of paper. If I'm right about this...
Coming
sheet of
back,
paper this
boys!
came from is-
Yeah!
I knew it! It fits perfectly with the note we found hidden on Hifumi.
Then Taka's scrap and Hifumi's note.
Yup, they're from the same piece of paper.
Hifumi had the note meant for Taka, while Taka's corpse still grasped a small piece of that note. There's only one way to explain it.
Taka died clutching the note. Hifumi tried to free the note from his death grip, leaving behind only one small scrap. Did I get all that right?
That means Hifumi knew the note was important.
Exactly. Which proves that he was an accomplice in the murder.
Whoa. Yeah. After seeing all this, Hifumi was super involved in this whole thing for sure. In fact, he was behind the whole thing. In fact, he's still alive.
Hero note. That's... Hero, yes, Hifumi was involved. But Hifumi is not still alive.
Sorry, no. When we found him in the repository, Hifumi was truly and completely dead. The second body discovery announcement proves that.
Yeah, Hero is just...
So then, who killed Hifumi?
Whoever did is the mastermind, the true killer.
He was killed in the repository, so he must have been killed not long after transporting Taka's body.
So, he must have been killed after Taka's body vanished, but before we found both bodies in the repository.
During that time, we'd all split up and were searching for Taka's missing body. In other words, during that time, none of us have alibis.
Past broadcast of Hifumi's death announcement. Slash.
But me and
Yeah.
Sakura were together.
Stop trying to steal the spotlight, you stupid walrus!
Who are you calling a walrus?
Jill, God, it's
Anyway,
okay.
when they were killed bothers me too. But there's something that's been bothering me even more.
And what might that be?
The weapon they used to kill Hifumi.
The weapon?
Yeah, because I mean, according to the Monokuma file, the way Taka and Hifumi were killed was almost the same, with them having similar fractures and all.
Yes.
Justice Hammer 3 and 4 were still laying around in the nurse's office and equipment room, right? So if Hifumi was killed in the repository, the culprit would have had to grab one of the hammers, kill Hifumi, then put the hammer back where they found it. But wouldn't that be seriously risky for him?
I'm surprised. It seems there's some semblance of a brain knocking around that skull of yours after all.
Oh, yeah. Okay, yes. Hero actually... That is the one time where you actually have somewhat of a brain. A small peanut brain, but still a brain.
Hell yeah, it's packed in there good and tight.
He's right, though. I don't understand it either.
Sakura, come on.
The Monokuma file makes it clear that they were killed
Hero,
using
big
similar
brain.
instruments. But if the hammers were already laying around those other rooms...
So the question is, how could the culprit have gotten their hands on either of the hammers? Personally, I haven't a clue. So which hammer was used to attack Celeste? Number 1 or number 2?
Those were accounted for in other rooms too. And I don't think either one is big enough to kill someone.
Then,
Is it not possible they used a different weapon?
I don't think it is possible. They were both killed with the same kind of thing, right?
So then, what was used to kill Hifumi?
The washed hammer. Yes, I know. Whole picture surrounding this case won't become clear until we figure this out. Somehow I have to find the truth. Makoto, come on. Don't be so dumb. The spotless hammer.
What was used to kill Hifumi? Was it Justice Hammer 3? Maybe Justice Hammer 4?
Well, whatever it was, there's one thing we have to figure out. How was the culprit able to move around so freely with the weapon? How did nobody witness them carrying it?
Sounds like a Justice Hammer 5 is about to make its appearance! Shoot!
There has to be a punch. I just...
What was used to kill Hifumi?
Was it just maybe Justice?
Well, there's one. How was the culprit? How did nobody...
Sounds like a Justice Hammer! Check out murdergear.com/hammertime for more!
Well, one thing seems pretty clear. The murder weapon had to be one of the Justice Hammers.
No.
No, that's wrong. The murder weapon wasn't a justice hammer at all. No, it was something completely different.
But, seriously? A different weapon?
Specifically, a hammer from the repository. The killer could have easily used that to kill Hifumi. Now, all the hammers in the repository were covered in flecks of grit and debris. But for some reason, one of them had been scrubbed clean.
Huh?
And the reason it had been scrubbed clean was most likely because it was used to commit murder. If the hammer got covered in Hifumi's blood, of course they'd have to clean it off. I'd also like to point out that the repository has all kinds of hammers. Big ones, small ones, and even some flat mallet-like ones.
Yes. A little boring when you can already tell who done it. Yeah.
Whoever made the justice hammers?
It is a little boring when I already know who done it, but it's still, like, aggravating because it's like, come on.
If that's true, that would explain
At least to some degree, they are...
So Hifumi moved Taka's body to the repository, where someone then used a hammer to kill him.
Whoever did that is the true killer.
Almost like the killer's name was written on the wall. Yeah,
And the
it's...
one who betrayed him. Hold on a moment. I still think it's strange to assume someone was working together with him. The way the graduation rule works, there is no benefit to helping someone else carry out a murder.
Eh.
So the idea that anyone would work together like that is simply ludicrous.
No, it's not Leon this time around. That one was really fucking obvious, though. We did talk about how there wouldn't be any reason for anyone to work together. At least that's what we thought at first, but...
Based on the rules that have been laid out for us, even if more than one person is complicit in the murder, only the one who actually carried out the act can graduate and survive. Assuming the rule holds true, it is simply impossible that two people work together on this.
That is how the rule was explained to us.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were two murders.
Damn it! I didn't manage to get that bullet that I needed.
Based on the rule, even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds true, it is
That is how the rule was.
But that only really applies if in this case, however, there were two murders.
Fucking hell.
Based on the rules that have even if more than one, only the one who actually, assuming the rule holds truth.
That is how the rule was explained.
But that only really applies if there's one murder, right? In this case, however, there were 2 murders.
Okay, now I know exactly who it is and what it is.
Based on the rules that have been laid out, even if more than one, only the one who actually carried out the act, assuming the rule holds true.
No.
And Celeste's voice is funny, sped up. Yeah, some of their voices are kind of funny, sped up and
Since
slowed
there were
down.
2 murders, it's at least plausible that more than one person was involved.
Gods, I am going to fail when it gets to the bullet time. Fucking hell.
If there'd only been one murder, then yes, the idea of an accomplice isn't really worth considering. Naturally, if only one person can
Yeah.
be saved per murder, an accomplice has no risk versus reward benefit.
Risk versus reward benefit?
The payoff for working together. The reward that balances out the risk of taking part in a scheme. There's no point in being someone's accomplice if there's no benefit to you. However, if there were some potential mutual reward for the risk, then cooperation becomes possible.
You're saying that 2 people could act as each other's accomplices to commit 2 separate murders.
I think that's what the true killer told Hifumi. They would each have an accomplice for their crime. And based on the case's events, Hifumi would have been the first one to act, murdering Taka. They made
Yes.
him carry out the first murder so he couldn't back out of helping them later on.
So in this case, there wasn't one single person committing multiple murders. Instead, each person killed someone, creating 2 separate incidents. And it only looked like one person because that's how the true killer designed it to look. A single suspicious individual, a similar weapon used in each crime, disappearing bodies. By creating one seamless set of circumstances, they made it look like one person was behind it all.
Yeah, because they told Hifumi there's a secret exit door. No, it's more like
Mastermind picked their target and managed to convince him to go along with their plan.
what would have happened is that they were potentially thinking of, am I gonna play every Danganronpa? Oh, hell yeah, I am. I'm debating whether or not I'll play Ultra Despair Girls or not, because the fact that even though, yes, it does tie into the story of Hope's
And
Peak,
then to avoid the no accomplices rule, they
I'm debating because I might just go straight from this to 2 and then to V3, maybe. And then I'll do Ultra Despair Girls as like a side game.
Which, if true, means that betraying Hifumi was part of the plan from the very beginning.
That's just awful. How could anyone be so cruel?
You think so? I can't help but admire its cunning. Still, their choice of accomplice seems odd.
The effort made to convince us the 2 murderers were the same. That was the main characteristic this time. Kyoko must have noticed that fact from the very beginning. Which is why she said not to look at this as a series of connected events, but entirely separate incidents. Kyoko really is amazing, although when you think about it, she's almost too amazing. Like, it's almost unnatural how good she is at this.
Understand how an accomplice could be involved. Then who was the one pulling Hifumi's strings?
Hello! Hello, 101.
That's problem numero uno right now.
How am I? I am doing better now that my child has seemed to have gone to sleep. So I'm able to play the game without any interruptions now. True killer manipulated Hifumi to carry out a number of actions and in the end murdered him. Yeah, Danganronpa 2 is so good. I am also spoiled on that one just because actually I don't remember as much about that one. I remember this. I remember one way more just because of the fact that they touch on parts of one when they wind up going over everything in Danganronpa 3, the anime, with Hope and Future Side, and Despair Side, I think. Future Side, Despair Side, and Hope is the last episode, I think, actually. There's really only one person who seems to fit. And that would be... Celeste.
Here's my answer. It was Celeste.
Ah, so I'm the suspicious individual now, am I? I really do hate this kind of joke.
A joke? I wonder.
So what you are saying, then, is that I specifically chose to work together with Hifumi.
Yeah, it was very obvious that was Celeste just because of the fact that all of her lies are starting to kind of fall apart now.
Any amount of time interacting with him, that I would go within 10 feet of that shit for brains, that lazy, worthless, goddamn idiot! Pardonnez-moi.
Just to be clear, there is evidence to support it.
Is that so?
It is. Throughout the investigation, there was certain behavior that was common only to the two of you. Considering what we've learned so far, it only further proves that the two of you were working together.
The screaming.
Shoot!
The suspicious individual.
I got it! The behavior they had in
She knew he was a
common
yeah.
with the suspicious individual in the suit, doesn't it? The only ones who ever actually saw Robo Justice firsthand were Celeste and Hifumi.
Yeah, he.
They're talking now.
Oh, Bianca, you shut your fucking pie hole.
Sorry.
You are an
As
asshole.
he said, only Celeste and Hifumi ever laid eyes on the costumed individual. If we accept that Hifumi was one of the culprits, we can't help but suspect what Celeste has said as well.
Are you saying everything they told us was a lie?
After taking Hifumi to the nurse's office, we all began our search for this individual, correct? And not too long after that, do you remember what Celeste said?
Something moving at the top of the stairs.
We headed to the second floor specifically because of what she claimed to have seen. Next, to draw us all to the physics lab up on the third floor,
She let out a blood-curdling scream.
and when we'd all come to see what was wrong, what was it she said?
Wrong. So I'm the strange costume man. He ran off as soon as I screamed. I was blocking the stairs, so he headed further down into the hallway and disappeared.
Once she'd done her job of getting us all up to the physics lab, it was time for her partner to get to work.
Yeah, as Hifumi then screamed.
It was to get us to divide into two groups. So that we would discover both bodies at the same time?
Yep.
Celeste was precisely the one who proposed that we split up.
Split into two groups. I'll lead the hunting party. It seems much more interesting. Very well, then Makoto and Hina, you come with me to the nurse's office. I will lead the capture of the suspicious individual to Toko, Byakuya, and Sakura.
Well,
Sakura.
if
Yeah.
Celeste and Hifumi were working together, all those chance events suddenly become connected. And on top of that, that piercing cry of yours early on. That was to signal Hifumi, wasn't it? It was your way of telling him, we're on the 3rd floor. Everything's going according to plan. Why else would you let out a scream that could have carried across the sea?
I just realized another strange thing. When we found Hifumi in the nurse's office, who we now know was only pretending to be dead,
Certainly was not expecting this. I did not imagine that Hifumi would be murdered.
Celeste, you were the first one to say he'd been murdered. You wanted to make sure we wouldn't have any doubt in our minds.
I don't believe it. Everything, the whole thing was one big act.
Yes, Hina. That's because you don't have a very big brain. You have a very small brain. Very smooth, too. You don't understand what all the adults are talking about here.
Hina, you were with Celeste when Hifumi's body disappeared, right?
Yeah. I was feeling kind of sick, so Celeste took me to the bathroom. Wait! Then that was...
She wasn't worried about you. She just saw a chance to help Hifumi sneak out of the nurse's office.
Each piece isn't much by itself, but start putting them together and the picture gets very ugly indeed. Wouldn't you agree, Celeste?
I have no idea what you mean.
Don't bother trying to deny it. You made one fatal mistake.
Oh, did I?
I didn't even catch it myself when you first said it, but looking back, I can say that that one little slip-up was your undoing.
What are you talking about?
I'm talking about what you said after Hifumi's body disappeared and we returned to the nurse's office.
They must really be enjoying the sight of us standing around frightened and confused. We're all going to die here. We're going to die just like those guys died. Yeah!
I remember her saying that too, but I don't understand what's so strange.
That was the other thing that tipped me off that was her right away, because of the fact that it was just like...
Pay attention. Sakura, Toko, and I were first to discover Taka's body in the equipment room. Then Makoto showed up and told us Hifumi had been killed. So Sakura and I left with Makoto. Once we were in the hall, we ran into Celeste, and the four of us headed to the nurse's office. Now, the entire time we were together, none of us said anything about Taka being dead. Think about it. Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. It was completely out of place.
I see
Yes.
what you're talking about. Although I don't really get what it means.
You hear that, Celeste? Everyone's having some trouble understanding. Could you repeat what you said? If you're really not the culprit, you shouldn't have any problem repeating it, right?
The RPS said that Celeste's comment doesn't make sense. What is he alluding to? Those guys. This is another one where I'm gonna have to grab a truth bullet from somewhere else.
All I said
A lot of
was,
respect.
they must really be enjoying this. Enjoying the sight of us standing around, frightened and confused. They must be positively elated. We are all going to die here. We are going to die, just like those guys died. And that is all I said.
And that's all it takes to finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
That was such a weird fucking comment. Yeah, the game doesn't have a lot of respect for the player's intelligence. Yeah. Because
They must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be. We are going to die. And that is all I said.
Damn it! Oh no!
To finish this. It's obvious, isn't it? What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Oh, fuck me. I know exactly the line that I need to hit.
They must really be enjoying the sight of us. They must be positive. We are all going to die. We are going to die. Just like those guys died.
No! Fuck.
And that is all I said.
I held.
And that's all it
takes to... What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
Fuck. Ah, shit. Now I'm gonna have to run through this whole entire thing again. Because of the fact that I fucking screwed up.
And that's all it takes to...
What was so strange about Celeste's comment?
All I said was they must really enjoy
Sorry,
the
guys.
sight of us. They must be positively elate. We are all going to die here. We are going to die.
Just like those guys died.
Yeah.
No, that's wrong.
Finally.
That's right. There's no reason Celeste should have said, just like those guys died. When she said that, none of us had told her Taka was dead.
Exactly. And we didn't run into her until after we were all out in the hall. So there was never any chance for her to have seen his body in the equipment room for herself.
So how did you know, Celeste? How did you know more than one person had been killed? And how did you know they were both guys? Because Kyoko had also disappeared, right? So she could have been dead too.
You all have such vivid imaginations. You know that?
Imaginations.
You claim that I was lying when I told you about the suspicious person I saw. Then what about the picture I took? How do you explain this picture of the costumed villain dragging Hifumi away?
It's not that way.
Setup, right?
It's actually Hifumi dragging away.
Then she used the camera's timer to set up the picture.
Have you so quickly forgotten? You are the only one who could have possibly fit into that suit. Plus, I happen to know that this particular camera does not have a timer. In other words, it is an unassailable fact that this is a picture of Hifumi being dragged away. If everything I told you was a lie,
No. Easy, it's Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
Simple. Are we sure that's really a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away?
What could you possibly mean by that?
Surely there are other explanations than the one you've offered up.
No, there is no other explanation.
Oh god, Celeste. If it wasn't a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away, and the other prospect is Hifumi is dragging the suspect away.
It's not a picture of the suspect dragging Hifumi away. I would say it's a picture of Hifumi dragging the suspect away.
That's certainly within the realm of possibility. The one being dragged off in that picture isn't Hifumi.
Hifumi and the suspect is drinking. Ah, yes. Yeah.
We've simply been led to believe that it's the other way around. And the strange costume might only exist to lead us astray even farther.
It was the dragging suspecting the Hifumi away. Oh my god. Robo, why did you do that? Why? Oh god, reading that hurt my brain slightly. Oh my god, it hurt. That hurt my brain slightly.
Something like that in this situation.
Don't do that to the uncaffeinated mama.
That's what happened! You put me to sleep and made me out to be the bad guy in all this!
Such a thing is utterly impossible. Hifumi was dragging him away? Ridiculous.
Is it? I don't think it's ridiculous at all.
Then shut your mouth and allow me to educate you.
Celeste thinks she can prove that there's no way Hifumi was dragging the suspect away. But is that really possible? Okay, the Robo Justice Box.
You dressed me up in that suit after I passed out! Then you just draped me across Hifumi and had him carry my weight. You tried to make me look like the bad guy.
Like I said, ridiculous. As you can see in the picture, the suspect is standing perfectly upright. If the person inside the suit was unconscious, there's no way they could stand up straight like that.
Bullshit. Nope. The costume was built in such a way that it would wind up making you stand up straight.
No. Even if the person inside the suit were unconscious, they could still stand up like that. Because that Robo-Justice suit had a certain characteristic.
Totally can't bend at the waist. Seems like a pretty obvious oversight.
Right! They totally made a mistake when they made it, so it couldn't bend at the waist.
I'm not so sure that was a mistake. I think the suit was designed from the beginning to be used the way it was.
Celeste and Hifumi took the suit they'd specially designed and stuffed Hiro into it. That's how they were able to fake that whole thing. The point of it all was to make us believe whoever was in the suit was to blame.
Well then, I suppose this is checkmate.
Checkmate?
Don't make me laugh, you idiot! What do you mean, checkmate?
Celeste became a cat. Yeah.
Celeste? Clearly, you want to cram me into your little guilty box. Well, there's one little problem.
Have you already forgotten what Hifumi told us as he lay dying?
Hifumi wasn't who attacked you. Who tried to kill you? Who killed me? That's right, I remember their name. Yes, Hiro.
When we
He's going,
who
no.
attacked him, his answer was quite clear, was it not? He said, and I quote, Yasuhiro.
In other words, Yasuhiro Hagakure!
Right, but my name isn't really Yasuhiro. It's actually Taro.
Your confusing statements don't make any sense. You're only making things more complicated.
He did say Yasuhiro, but are we sure he was really pointing the finger at Hiro?
What the hell are you talking about? I'll burn you alive!
Okay, Celeste. Whoa. Yeah, she is one of the few characters that actually loses their accent whenever they actually get really fucking pissed. It's one of the things to tell that she was lying about a lot of shit.
Kyoko, what do you mean by that?
Think back to how Hifumi used to talk to us. How did he refer to each of us?
He said people's last names.
That's right! Our last names! He called us all by our last names!
Exactly. I know I heard him say Mr. Naegi more than once, for example. So if Hifumi did mean to say Hiro's name, he would have said his last name, Hagakure.
I'm sure it was just incidental. By chance, his first name. Indecent?
Don't talk.
Random chance. Now isn't that a convenient explanation? No. There's no reason to think he would have said the name any different than normal.
And the thing is
He
that...
must have run out of energy before he could say any more.
So Hifumi was trying to tell us the last name of whoever killed him?
But the name he said doesn't apply to anyone here.
Well, no. Hold on. There's one person it could apply to, and that's Celeste. She never actually told us what her real name is.
What did you just say? To think you'd take your false accusation so far, I don't know whether to laugh or spit!
Oh, okay. I still like the direction that they went with her voice, though. Even...
Come on! Enough with your idiotic blather! Yasuhiro is a loser's name! Do I look like a loser to you?
like... Celeste isn't actually her first name either.
Well, do I? What? I think I've earned the right to be a little on edge.
Okay, then fill us in. What's your real name?
Make sure your ear holes are wide open and listen up! My real name is Celestia Ludenberg. Could you please stop making me repeat myself over and over again?
Celeste still won't give up, so then I have to do something to make her accept it. E-handbook! I know it's the handbook.
Hifumi was trying to tell us something. He wanted us to know the killer's last name, Yasuhiro.
If there's one person here who might have that last name,
It would have to be you, Celeste. You haven't told anyone what your real name is.
how many times do I have to tell you? My name is Celestia Ludenberg! God damn it!
How long do you plan to go on pretending?
I'm not pretending. It's the truth. And since you have no way to contradict me,
No!
Yes, I do. Your e-handbook. Bitch, please.
That's it! The handbook!
what?
Anytime you turn your handbook on, it shows the owner's name when it boots up, right? Monokuma told us all about it before. So all we have to do is check her handbook, and that'll clear up everything. That's how we can find out Celeste's real name.
That's an invasion of privacy. I refuse to cooperate.
Celeste, can you please just tell us what really happened? Please, just tell us.
Even when I'm put in check, it's just my nature not to give up. Because until the game's over, you never know what might happen.
Fine then. Let me settle it. Let me go over the case again, from the beginning, and shed light on all your
All
flaws,
your-
and that'll bring everything to an end.
Yeah. Okay. Let me see here. Sh- Yeah, this is the only thing is that it has like yeah, it's got the scenes from the last event as well as this one. 1 a.m. is when Hero would have strolled in. Him looking at his watch at 6 a.m. Justice Camera 2, 3.
The killer is you!
Yeah. I think I got this right.
The killer persuaded someone to help carry out the murder. And that person was... Hifumi. With an accomplice, the killer was able to execute a number of otherwise impossible schemes. First, they convinced someone to meet them in the rec room last night at 1 in the morning.
Yeah, she's in debt, yeah.
That someone they met with was Hero. The murderous duo intended to pass Hero off as the prime suspect.
I think I got all of these correct. I think I did. I'm hoping I did.
Drugged him, knocked him out, and stuffed him into the Robo-Justice suit. Next, Hifumi positioned himself to make it look like Robo-Justice was attacking him, while the killer used a digital camera to take pictures of the assault. They did all this just to create evidence that would put the suspicion on Hero. When they were done with him, they shoved him, still unconscious, into the pool room locker. And then finally,
Taka.
Oh,
Taka.
Of their plan. They called Taka to the equipment room.
He's now with his best bro. And other best bro. Like, he's with both of them.
And that's where Hifumi killed him, making it the scene of the first murder. The murder weapon.
How'd they get all that hair into the helmet? I don't know. That will always be a mystery. How did they get all that hair into the helmet so easily? There's not a really easy way of doing it.
Create confusion about the order of the crimes.
Not unless they tucked all of his hair into part of the into part of the top portion of the thing.
Justice as the suspect. The first fake incident was the attack in the rec room. There, the killers wanted us to see Justice Hammer 1 and the Robo-Justice pictures they'd taken. They wanted to make sure we bought the surprise attack story. The second fake incident was the attack in the library. This time, they planted Justice Hammer 2 and an injured Hifumi to sell us that story. With these two incidents, the killers were able to create a certain preconception in our minds that the suspect was increasing the size of the hammers and attacking people in order as they did. We fell right into their trap and started looking for the suspect based on that. But while we did that, we left Hifumi alone in the nurse's office. This was exactly what Hifumi was hoping for. He took a blood packet from the refrigerator, and Justice Hammer 3...
Okay. I kind of like and don't like the fact that Hifumi looks like he's like trying to be a magical girl. The makeup with the blood packet.
Turned the room into a crime scene in which he himself had apparently been brutally murdered. He let out a scream to draw us back, and when we returned, that's what we found. Meanwhile, the other group that had been out searching found Taka's body at the same time. So when we heard the body discovery announcement, we naturally assumed it was for Hifumi. We left the nurse's office, and Hifumi once again took advantage of the situation. he simply got up and made his escape. When we learned his body had disappeared, we all rushed back to the nurse's office. And once again, Hifumi had the chance he was waiting for. This time, he snuck into the equipment room. He wrapped Taka's body in a tarp and used the dolly to move it all the way down to the repository. That explains how each of the bodies disappeared. But even Hifumi didn't know what the true killer had in mind for their final act. Their plan all along was to kill Hifumi and get rid of the one person who could betray them. And they did it using an ordinary, everyday hammer from the repository. That should cover everything that happened in this case. And the villain behind it all is... Celeste! Sorry, you lose.
I love the comic art. This, like, the comic art is also really nice. I love it.
Lost? I lost? When was the last time I was forced to utter such words? They hang heavy around my neck.
Then you admit it? You're the killer?
Listen to you, trying to take charge, as if you're my private instructor. I, Celestia Ludenberg. Actually, no. Taiko Yasuhiro is fine.
Like, oh.
Taiko?
So, you finally accepted it.
I'm the kind of person, once I've lost, I don't like things to drag on.
Holy crap. I keep forgetting the drastic voice change for Celeste. I keep forgetting it. It just... Going from the pompous air around her to this.
Interesting.
I'm very sad that we don't get to hear more of her being actually Taiko. Oh, sweet. Yay! I got more medals!
Okay, Monokuma. I'm ready to begin.
You can hear the defeat in her, like... You can hear that she's admitted that she's given up. She's a phony! A big fat phony! I've heard that reference. I don't know what it is though. I don't know what it's referencing.
Or, no. I suppose this is the end, isn't it?
Thing is that Hifumi shouldn't have known that Celestia's last name was actually Yasuhiro. The only reason he knew it was because of the fact of... Spoiler!
It is indeed the moment we've all been waiting for. Time to vote, okay? Okay. If you would.
Family Guy.
please open your
Okay,
left
yeah,
hand
that's what I
up for your
thought.
vote. And when the votes are tallied, who will become the blackened? Will you make the right choice or the dreadfully wrong one? What's it gonna be? What's it gonna be?
It's basically a formality at this point, but once again, you're totally correct. Blackened this time. The true killer who devised the whole stinking scheme was Celestia Ludenberg, or more precisely, Psycho Yasurihiro.
Honestly,
I lost. Well, that sucked. I guess trying to work with someone else was a mistake after all. Hafumi's ineptitude was beyond all my calculations.
I knew it.
So you really did approach Hifumi with this plan. How did you get him to agree? I can't imagine he would have happily agreed to commit murder. I'm sure she relied on her specialty. Lying. My specialty? Don't make me laugh. I didn't have to lie to get him to agree.
So then...
Then did you use... you know... I knew you'd figure it out, Kyoko. You're absolutely right. Get Hifumi to act as my accomplice. I used her. For everyone who's still left, I'll avoid mentioning it by name, but it was the one thing Hifumi and Taka were both supreme. She talking about alter ego? Yes. What? What? What are you talking about?
Just a second.
Don't interrupt. We're in the middle of a very important conversation here. I'm totally out of the loop, as usual. How sad.
In other words...
Then you're the one that stole it? That's right.
I see.
And you used it to drag Hifumi into the plan you'd come up with. Right again. Last night after we had our meeting about how it disappeared, I paid Hifumi a little visit. Oh, what are you doing here?
actually,
I was hoping I could talk to you alone. Respect for not revealing her alter ego, yes. It is about what was stolen. I know who did it. What?
are you okay with this?
It was Taka. He stole it. What?
So then,
And I have proof. Would you like to see it? As it turned out, I'd found a use for the digital camera. I'd taken you-know-what to Taka's room earlier and took pictures of it there. I deleted the picture as soon as I'd shown it to Fumi, of course.
Damnation!
So it was him. But how did he do it? She was supposed to yell if either of us got close to her. You are correct, which is why Taka forced me to steal her.
Say what?
Huh?
as for me,
Please forgive me. He threatened me.
Oh,
He did.
as for me,
He came to my room last night unannounced, and it's hard for me to even say. Yeah, Hifumi's room is just an otaku's room. Through and through. He abused me. Oh, Celeste! Psycho! No!
what?
Boo! And he took pictures. He said that if I did not do as he asked him, show them to everyone. So I had no choice.
Damnation!
That's a crime! An absolute crime! I know he's gone a little crazy, but I never imagined you would go that far. I would Taka do something so... That's the thing, is like, you could have wound up pinning it on anybody. Like, really? Pinning it on Taka is not really the smartest, and I just spilled something. Ugh. Fumi just... Oh, I see. Yeah, it's like, Fumi will be the white knight for anybody. He would be a white knight. It was amazing how completely he bought it. I can't express how enjoyable that was. I'm about to say something I've never said before in my life. I'm going to kill him. I'm going to fucking kill him.
Unfortunate.
Wait, please. If you fall now, you will be playing right into his hands. Huh?
Actually,
Taka is planning to use her to escape. And he has made you his target.
What?
Escape? You don't mean... Taka's going to try to kill you. Surprised he doesn't have a fedora. Yeah. You're right. What? And all he can... And also he can keep her to himself. That bastard. Bastard. Fumi tips head, yeah. Can we allow him to continue with these barbaric acts? Absolutely not. How could I? I have to save her.
actually,
Then would you like to come up with a... Then would you like to join with me? It just so happens I have come up with a plan. Hmm? I have devised a way to reclaim what he is so... escape this dreadful school. And with that, it is complete. Huh? What are you talking about? Oh, nothing. Fumi agreed without a second thought. The effect that the item had on him was remarkable. The power of love, even love as twisted as that, can still drive people mad, it would seem. You disgust me. I have another question for you. Was that strange costume Hafumi's creation? Yes. Yeah, it was a real pain in the butt too. All I asked him to do is make something to hide the face and general body size. Hiro is such a big brain, he forgot who drugged him. Yeah. I had no idea he'd make something like that. But it's my fault for picking him in the first place. Why'd you decide to make me the suspect? Because you're stupid. That's it.
let's see.
In that regard, I made the right choice. So glad your stupidity surpassed my every expectation. Life must have been tough on your parents, though. But when you were explaining your plan to Fumi, how did you explain the part about him playing dead? What she's asking is, what was Hifumi supposed to do after that, assuming you would actually let him live?
Are you okay with this?
That's simple. After he did his part and pretended to be dead, once someone showed up, I told him to say he'd been seriously wounded. He was on the verge of death, but he just barely held on. And he really believed that? Well, of course, that wasn't all there was to it. As I explained it to me, the plan was... While you were all questioning him about what had happened to him, I was going to murder someone else. At that point, Fumi would have an alibi, so nobody could doubt it. I told him that he believed it. All seems very straightforward. Stereotypical. Hero is too stupid to kill, yeah. I just nudged up the lie to the level of the opponent. In fact, Fumi ate it up. He believed the lie wholeheartedly right up until the moment of his death.
So in the end...
So you had planned to kill him all along. But of course. There would have been no point to my plan if the one who pretended to be dead did not end up dead himself. No accent. Yeah, I know. It's just the voice I've given her for so long. Oh my god, Hero King just graduated already. He's on garbage duty. Grab a knife, stab somebody, throw a knife into garbage. Yeah. How can human life mean so little to you?
Well,
That's a non-issue. I simply did everything in my power to win.
Don't be mean.
Now you sound like Biakio.
I wonder about that.
No, he derives his pleasure from the thrill of the hunt. In that aspect, we are nothing alike.
Why?
Then what made you take things this far?
What the heck?
Was it really just for money?
Hmm.
Are you talking about the $10 million Monokuma offered us? That is a lot of money, it's true. But that's not all there is to it. From the moment our new life here began, my only thought has been the escape.
But
Yeah, he's too stupid. All along, you've been saying how we have to accept living here.
You little bitch.
Obviously, that was a lie. Yeah.
Hey!
I couldn't take it. I hated it from day one. More than anyone else in here.
You little bitch.
I wanted to get out. Every day was fresh torture. And you wanna know why?
Fine.
Because I had a dream. And accepting a life here would have been nothing less than giving up on my dream forever.
Honestly.
And there was no way that I could ever do that. In the underground world of gambling, I risked my life to make a metaphorical killing.
As for me,
And it was all for that dream. And what was this dream of yours?
isn't it wonderful?
To live in a European castle. A castle? And together, handsome men from all over the world can serve as my butlers/bodyguards. I was going to make them dress up like vampires and satisfy my every need. Once I obtained that, I would have created a perfectly aesthetic world of decadence. I mean, I can't blame her. If I had enough money, I would want a castle. Be the queen of this shit. I mean, I've got the Crystal Garden already, so having a castle would not be too far-fetched.
This is fine.
Living the rest of my life there was my only dream, my only goal. That's what life is all about. Combined with my own winnings, Monokuma's $10 million would have made that dream a reality. Got right to the edge,
There
but
is nothing to be done.
unfortunately my dream has been scattered to the wind. Still, I don't have any regrets. I pursued my dream to the very end, so why would I?
Just the worst.
You sound so passionate, but you were really able to kill your own friends for it?
Oh,
Are you asking me to feel guilty? That's a pointless endeavor. I think nothing of sacrificing others for my own ends. I feel
you
nothing.
understand?
That's all there is to me. That's what makes me complete. Isn't it terrifying how different our values are? There's simply no room for
What
understanding.
is this?
That's what we should be saying. And plus, how can you be so calm? Don't you realize you're about to die? Why are you scared? My ability to lie is unraveled, and I take pride in that. It's not just other people. I can even fool my own emotions. The conscious deceives the unconscious. And that's why you're not scared?
Yes,
That's
indeed.
right. I don't fear death. Kill me however you like. But you know, if I could be reincarnated, if I had a choice, then
Wonderful.
I think I would like to come back as Marie Antoinette.
hey,
You just get executed again. Sia smiled then. And when she did it, it looked to me like a poor effort to force it. She claimed she could fool her own feelings, but that statement itself must have been her final lie. And that weak, fake smile is what betrayed her.
Thrills, chills, kills!
You are that? Okay, then let's get rolling. The black and disturbed beast then must pay the price.
Now then, I prepared a very
With
special,
special
punishment.
punishment. Ultimate gambler.
Let's give it everything we've got. It's punishment time!
I guess I'll let Kyoko hold on to this.
What?
This is
Will it really give you the hope you're looking for? I can't say I ever saw it that way. Which is why... Actually, it's not important. Well then, take care, everyone. Perhaps we'll meet again in another life.
This still breaks my heart slightly because I mean, it's seeing all of these characters die, even though I know what has happened in the fucking universe. Ah! Uh. The burning of the Versailles Witch. Yeah, this is the... Thing is that it's very interesting how these characters actually got along. The thing is that nobody questioned her on why did Hifumi call her by Yasuhiro? He shouldn't have even known her real name. Yeah. Ugh. Gods. She could have died better. Yeah. It's over. Third execution is over. Celeste's death is over. Celeste killed my friends, so I can't pity her, but I also can't deny that at one point I considered her a friend too. For him to just come along and... Isn't it just awful? Someone couldn't cut free of their regrets from the outside world. More people had to die. Friends don't kill each other. And then there were fewer, yes. You guys are still young. You need to place more value on your lives.
What are you gonna do?
Please. In here, I thought you guys are gonna pass the torch of hope to the next generation. What do I care about hope? I'll throw it in the trash if you just let me out of here.
Too bad.
Oh, the embodiment of hope, whether you like it or not. And it's my destiny to knock you down one by one. It's sad, yes it is, but that reality just can't be avoided. Don't talk like you're not responsible. How long are you going to make us keep going through this? What do you want from us? God, I'm so sick of people asking me that. Give it a rest already. So anyway, Yoko, did I see you get some kind of key type object from Celeste?
Hey, hey!
So, what's the deal with that?
What?
Huh? What's the matter?
So then,
Answer your question if you answer mine. What did you do? What did you do to me?
Ooh.
What? No. Keep my port alone.
hey,
Answer me. What did you do to my body?
Ooh.
Oh man, oh jeez, oh man, oh jeez. What do you mean? What did I do? I have no idea. I don't know anything about it. What was that just now? Mastermind did something to Kyoko's body? What does that mean? Okay, things are getting kinda awkward. I think it's about time I got out of here. Well, you guys can go on enjoying your school life. If you get lonely, give me a shout. Not that I'll do anything about it, of course.
See ya
Mhm.
later.
Monokuma disappeared, leaving us all depressed and in despair. Although, it wasn't all despair. There was one small hope. Hey, Kyoko. Monokuma already mentioned it, but what's that key that's left vacant? Most likely, it's the key to one of the dressing room lockers. What? Then that means Celeste probably hid it in there.
Hey,
I suppose sometimes it's easiest to miss what's right on beneath your nose. Well then, we better go check.
Indeed.
Good idea. Hmm. We left the courtroom and rushed to the dressing room. As we approached the dressing room, Kyoko looked back to us and said, I'm going to go on alone from here. Everyone else head to dining hall. I'll check in with you later. Why exactly are you going alone?
So,
Do you even have to ask? As she spoke, she glanced quickly at the surveillance camera.
Come on.
It's not what I meant. That's not what I mean. Why you? There's still the risk of a spy, you know. Then I'll go too. You? Please let me go. Standing here arguing is just going to draw more attention to us. Whatever. Do whatever you want.
well,
Thank you, Byakuya. And it's up to you now.
Yo,
I'm going to go to the dining hall, okay? My oh my. Huh? So Makoto and Kyoko are gonna go together? Does that mean what I think it means?
Okay.
Good luck, Makoto. Girls like her are total pushovers when you show a little backbone. Oh my god. What? I was not expecting that out of Hina. Oh my god, Hina, why? Wait, what? Oh my god. Byakuya just wants to be alone with Kyoko. Hina has the same idea as you. Yeah. Well, I mean, by the end of this, it's just very obvious, the pairings. I tried to forget what Hina said. Everyone headed to the dining hall, leaving me and Kyoko there alone.
shall we go?
Well, shall we? Yeah.
So then,
We need to get into that locker. Kyoko took the key Celeste had given her and unlocked the locker. And as the locker swung open, we saw... Good morning! It's been a while, hasn't it? It's safe. Thank goodness. I never heard Kyoko sound so relieved. It was like she was speaking from the bottom of her heart. We can't get into the locker. It's too small. I did just as Celeste asked. I didn't say a word. I stayed quiet the entire time. Oh, and I think I may be able to open the last set of files soon. Maybe as early as tomorrow? I'm doing my best, so please wait just a little while longer. So now we can officially say the case is closed. As far as this incident is concerned, sure, but can we take a second since we have this opportunity? I want you to be honest with me. Kyoko, please tell me. What are you trying to do all on your own here at the school? I just realized how pale Kyoko is. Kyoko is very pale. Is that why you want to come here with me? Regardless, that's not something you need to know right now. I don't need to know. That just makes me even more worried. Worried? Like what happened during the investigation this time. You disappeared and we didn't see you again. Without warning, without explanation. When you do that, it's only natural that they think I'm the mastermind spy, right? And you too? No! I believe in you. You believe in me? Isn't it obvious? People believe in their friends, right? That's why I want you to tell me. And I want you to believe in me too. Because we're friends. I understand.
It's true.
And maybe I can believe in you. Just a little bit. Then,
That's fine.
fine, I'll tell you. I'll tell you why I've been disappearing and where I've been going. You see, what I heard from Kyoko then was showing a little bit. Well, frankly, it kind of blew my mind. Right after I told Kyoko I believe in her, she told me a story that was, well, almost unbelievable. I decided I had to confirm what she told me with my own two eyes. I waited for nighttime to come. When it did, I went into action.
Correct.
The boys' bathroom on the second floor doesn't have a surveillance camera or monitor in it. And in the storage closet there, way in the back, said it was way in the back of the boys' bathroom storage closet, but could Kyoko really be right about this? My lord. Are you kidding me? It's just a normal storage closet as far as I can tell. The secret Kyoko told me about could it really be hidden here? Said it was way in the back of the storage closet. But I mean, seriously? Good thinking, I placed my hand on the back of the storage closet. And suddenly, as if I were being yanked in, at the same time as I heard that sound, I fell through the wall. No idea what was going on. What the hell? Fallen through the back of the storage closet, huh? Turned out the back wall was like a revolving door, and I'd made my way to the other side, just like Kyoko had said.
Correct.
There's a storage closet way in the back of our closet. There's a secret room. So this is the secret room, but what's in here? A bunch of files, looks like volume after volume of yearbooks. They're all covered in dust. Looking at everything, one file at the edge of the bookshelf caught my eye. Hope's Peak Academy Student Registry. This is the only thing in here not covered in dust. Has someone been looking at it recently? I slipped the file into my hand, but before I had a chance to take a look at it, a slip of paper fell out of the file and I turned my attention to it. She has to charge herself. Please, Makoto, don't speak in this room to anyone else. Yeah. You must not leave. What's this? Must not leave? That's kind of weird. I can understand if it said, like, I can't leave or you must not leave. What is this? My head feels funny. I have a strange sensation. Like deja vu. Those words, you must not leave. I've seen them somewhere before, but I can't quite remember. Do I know? What don't I know? Strange sound rang out through my head. Felt like it was shaking my brain back and forth. And then darkness. I don't understand what's happening. I don't know what started it. It's all over. And then I opened my eyes. I didn't know how long it had been. And just like that, all the documents are gone. Apparently something hit me and I lost consciousness. That's all I understood. The dull throbbing pain in my head proved that much at least. An empty bookshelf. Empty? Gone. Gone. Yearbooks, the student registry, and even the note that had fallen to the floor. It's all gone? What does this mean? My brain refused to do any more work. The insistent pain in my head began to spread across the rest of my body. Yeah. Why go in there at night? Like, seriously, it's better at day? Yeah. Would have made way more sense to go during the day. For now, I should go back to my room. Get some rest. Was that Rey Mysterio? Rey Mysterio with the what one move that he does? The 619. I think Makoto's bleeding. My body was heavy with pain, my mind heavy with thought. I dragged myself back toward my room. Somehow I made it back to the first floor of the school. The further I walked, the more I felt. Things are getting blurry. Can't see in front of me. I couldn't stop myself from collapsing right there. And after that... As if from a vast distance I heard a sound. It was faint, but undeniable. That sound, it's coming from Jin? I desperately hauled my shaky frame toward the gym. The sound got stronger and stronger. What's going on? Can't be nothing. You're in the gym? Maybe Makoto's tired. Or a concussion. Yeah. Didn't make a sound as I opened the door to the gym. The sounds coming from inside, meanwhile, only intensified that much more. Yeah. Before me there raged a battle beyond anything humanly possible. No one's side's not human, that's for sure. But regardless, I couldn't stop staring. I forgot to move or even breathe.
Why, you? What do you think you're doing? I asked you a question. What's the meaning of this? How dare you defy me? This wasn't part of the deal!
The deal?
I made a decision. I will no longer retreat, no longer compromise, no longer regret. I've made my decision. I'm going to resist you.
He's seeing things. Yeah.
You do realize what will happen if you go through with this, right? You haven't forgotten, have you? What I'm holding hostage?
What am I looking at? What am I hearing? Hostage? Then could it be the mastermind spy is... Yes, the end of chapter 3. Oh, only one more chapter before the end of the game. Super Robo Justice. Oh, God. Leon killed Sayaka. Monokuma killed Junko. Then Leon got executed. Spy must be Monokuma! Then Mondo killed Chihiro. Then he got executed. Hifumi killed Taka, then Celeste killed Hifumi. Then she got executed. That brings us up to now. The next morning in the dining hall, the day after Celeste's case. So now there's only 5 of us here. Only a third of the people we started with.
Indeed.
Loneliness has become commonplace. That's true. Still. What did I see yesterday? I don't understand. Sakura is the mastermind spy? Can that really be true? 5 and only one person needs to kill people. Yeah. Alberto, are you okay? No, I'm fine. 2 people, yeah. I can't bring it up in front of the others. If I did that, it would confuse everyone that much more. Okay, in that case, let's eat till we pass out.
Huh?
What do you mean in that case?
Because, I mean...
Well, because look how scary everyone looks. It's gotta be because you're all fighting on empty stomachs, right? What if someone just kills everyone else? I mean... They could, but they would wind up getting killed by Monokuma. Unless, you know... one person was to kill, you know, somebody, and then that person kills the killer, and that person then and then another person kills that killer, until you wind up with, like, that there being, like, only a killer left. I mean, never said that they couldn't chain murders together. I mean, I broke the game. I mean, on a technicality basis, they could just all kill a person. Shame murder. I mean, not that you would ever not like a cool band meme. I mean, and maybe I should not open my mouth any further on that. That is a bad idea. No, actually, yeah, no. You shouldn't chain murders. You shouldn't murder in general. I will say though, for this chapter, there is a huge trigger. Very, very big trigger. For anybody that suffers from mental health problems, especially ones revolving around the topic of suicide, I would highly advise you to avoid this chapter, because it will even though that is a major spoiler for the chapter, I would rather spoil it and people being able to choose if they still want to watch this chapter or not. I'm going to update the title, actually, for my stream while I'm at it here. Sorry, I'm mostly just going to... I bet Asahina is gonna commit no breathe because Hero's too stupid to kill himself. Yeah, I'm surprised Hina isn't fat. Well, I mean, Hina is very well endowed. Let's just update it to that for now. If you fill your belly, I'm sure you will all cheer up, so let's eat.
Okay.
Let's fry up some fish and donuts and eat till we can't stand up. That's like a Deep Impact style, meteor impact. Extinction level event combination of foods. What? Those are both breakfast time top sellers. Still, the till we can't stand up part is a problem. After we're done, we need to go explore.
I see.
That's right. Since class trial is over, new areas should have opened up.
It's true.
Plus, we still have alter ego. We don't have to give in to despair just yet. She's right. We have to plan ahead and think about the future.
You got it.
Yeah. Think happy thoughts, not deathy thoughts. Yeah. Ay.
You know?
Like, when we're gonna get out of here, right?
For
And I think
serious.
Mikoto's still bleeding. You'd be surprised. I mean, I've gotten knocked in the back of the head by a fucking... Is it 2x4? No, it was bigger than that. I've actually gotten whacked in the head with a 2x10. Long story short, I took a pre-apprenticeship carpentry course at one point, and I wound up getting whacked in the back of the head with a 2x10. Wasn't hard enough that it caused any problems, but those were still heavy motherfucking things. 2x4s are a whole hell of a lot easier to move than a 2x10. I'll tell you that much. When this is all over, I think I want to get reborn for serious. Or, I mean, reborn as someone serious.
Well,
Hey, are you okay? That sounds like something someone who's about to die would say. I'm totally okay. I'm not gonna die. Why? Because there aren't gonna be any more murders. Huh? What makes you so sure?
According to the
I
spirits,
predicted it last night. Since it revealed itself to me from the ether, there's no doubt about it. Yeah, sure, hero. How accurate is your fortune telling, anyway? What the hell? That's weird. I have no idea what may have disconnected and reconnected on my computer here, but okay.
how about that?
It can usually hit 20 or 30% on a good day. That seems really low.
It's not like some occult
Well,
mystery.
yeah, it's not like a DSP or whatever. Of course I'm only gonna get it right sometimes.
This is bull
I
crap.
told you, my fortune telling isn't like some occult thing. There's 7 people left. Yeah, and by the end of it, there's only 6 of them left.
so,
Fortune telling isn't occult?
You got it all wrong.
Of course not. Clairvoyance is clairvoyance. Don't put it in the same category as cattle mutilation. What? Hero, what the fuck are you on about? What? Cattle what?
So,
He's referring to the urban legend where aliens abduct cows and just dissect them as part of their research.
Actually,
No, you're calling it an urban legend? As a matter of fact, it's true. As a matter of fact, it's happened to me. It all happened one day when I went to go get a hamburger. It was a place I'd never been before. They claimed their patties were 100% all beef. So I got a burger to go and headed home. Before long,
the end is nigh.
the sky was filled with a mysterious blinding light.
Some crazy beam came out of nowhere and locked onto my hamburger. And as soon as the beam touched it, the burger started floating in midair. And then, still floating there, the entire burger started coming apart. One part of it just vanished, while the rest fell back into my hand. Do you realize what that means? It means the burger wasn't 100% beef. It must have had some pork or something mixed in.
Hero.
Something like 70% pork and 30% beef would be my guess. You can't trick me.
So I stormed back into the burger place and got up in the manager's grill, and they totally admitted it. It wasn't 100% beef. They totally mixed in ground pork with it. Now, do you see that? That is cattle mutilation. I kind of got lost halfway through. I can't tell if you're for the occult or against it. You stink of stupidity.
Don't be mean.
I stink of... How dare you? Well, you do stink, though. That's fine. That's fine? Anyway, I hope your prediction turns out to be true. Well, at the very least, I won't murder anyone.
Yeah.
Me either. I mean, I would never.
Of course.
Me either.
Indeed.
Nor would I. That goes for me too, of course. I could never kill any of my friends. I felt like those words of encouragement were helping us come together as one. After so much sacrifice and hardship, we'd finally become united, but
Well,
to be honest, I wish Byakuya and Toko were here for this too. But they're so hard to deal with. They only think about themselves. Friends don't kill each other, Makoto. Yeah, we're better off without him, I say. That was enough to prove we were united for the time being, but within that bond, we had weakness and fragility. Also, our apology. Imagine if suicide counts as a murder. We began our search as soon as we'd finished our breakfast in the dining hall. We had to find out what had opened up, what was waiting for us. Okay. First of all, let's go here. What the hell keeps connecting and disconnecting? I think I know what it is. Yeah, I'm sorry that you guys are hearing that constantly right now. I think I know what it is. And yeah. That's no problem, yeah. Enjoy your lurk. So now we have access to the 4th floor. Maybe this time we'll find some kind of clue. No, this time I have to find it. So, stairs. This is the girls' bathroom. It's pretty obvious just by looking at it. There's no reason for me to go in. Boys' bathroom. Battle lab. Music. This is where I would spend my time. This is music. It's hardly even a classroom. It's more like an actual concert hall.
Hey.
You know, you haven't told me what you think yet. What I think.
So,
About the secret room in the boys' bathroom? Ah, well, I did find the secret room, but as soon as I started looking around, I was attacked. Attacked? By who? They came from behind. I didn't have any time to react, so I didn't see who it was. When I came to, the mountains of files and documents were all gone. I'm sorry. I know how important those were. Okay, I already saw what I needed to in there. I half suspected the mastermind might come after you. What?
Because
When I discovered the room, the mastermind must have seen me on the surveillance camera in the hallway. He must have seen me go into the boys' bathroom and not come out again. Still, I wanted you to go and see it. I wanted to see how the mastermind would react. So, essentially, I wanted to find out if the mastermind actually knew about that room. To attack you and steal everything in the room? That must mean there was some unknown clue in there that could reveal the mastermind's identity. Then you knew I was gonna get attacked? You can handle that kind of thing right now. Though, right? After all, you're a boy. What does she think a boy is? Fine, I understand. And let me ask you something else. Do you know about the note that was left in there? The note that said you must not leave? We shouldn't talk about that. Not here. Kyoko stole a quick glance at the surveillance camera. I'm looking into it. If I find out anything, I'll let you know.
listen to me.
Is that okay? She made it sound like she was asking, but it was clear I wouldn't have any say in the matter. So now it's your turn. Let's hear your secret, huh? Did you think I wouldn't notice? You're hiding something. That's...
What?
What's the matter? If you're worried about the camera, why not just write it down? Well...
Hey.
Friends, so you should be able to trust me. Isn't that what you said before? You're right. That there shouldn't be any secrets between friends, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt about your friend when you don't have evidence for it. Should I tell her or should I not tell her? What should I do? What should I do? You know what? F it. I'm gonna tell her. I haven't found conclusive evidence yet. If I talk about it now, I could just make things that much worse. Friends shouldn't keep secrets, but there's nothing worse than expressing doubt. But are you kidding me? So it won't let me tell her right now. Sorry, I can't tell you. Not yet.
Correct.
So, that's your answer.
However,
But do you think that's fair? You were happy to hear what I had to say, but now you're unwilling to share? I'm sorry, I really am.
that's fine.
It's
Goodbye.
fine. Goodbye. With those as her parting words, Kyoko left me standing there alone. I think I made her mad. Yeah, think? Is this a grand piano? It seems really old. I bet it's worth a lot of money. Of course, without someone around who can play it, it's totally useless. Camera. Monitor. Is there anything else about this room? No. No good. The door's locked. I guess someone will be getting in here. According to the nameplate, this is called the data center. What's behind the door is a total mystery. Floor A. Even an ultimate can't destroy this plate unless they had an ultimate superhero power. Yeah. Another camera. One day I saw Monokuma in class. La 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 la. This is one of the monitors. Clock, but with his... Okay, let's talk to Hero. I'm glad this floor got opened up and all, but it's like a ton of locked rooms up here. Let's see. So far, there's the data room, which goes into the Monokuma room. Really, there's a really cool photo here. Hello, I'm Monokuma from the school store. I'm very kind. Gather up your coins and come play with me, or I might die of loneliness. Oh my lord. Okay, I'm just gonna like click through the scrolly bits of... Handplate on Dorset's headmaster's room. And it's locked. Office. This is the office, but of course there's no hint of any features that we normally rely on. Instead, there's a flower on the desk. Somehow makes things feel that much weirder. Okay, yes, I am clicking on all of the... I want to click on all the flowers before I click on that goddamn photo on the ground, because I know that photo on the ground is going to trigger something else. Okay, let's look at this photo. Huh? There's a picture on the floor. This picture is Sayaka, Celeste, and Hifumi. The smiling faces of 3 people who are dead now. Classroom without metal plates over the windows. It's exactly the same. Just like the picture I saw before. There's no way this isn't important somehow. They're smiling the way you'd expect any normal teenager to smile. Just a normal group of high schoolers living a normal high school life. So in this picture, you can see that Sayaka is sitting in the back, just laughing her ass off at whatever these two are doing. Celeste seems to be kind of upset over something. Not upset, but more like she's very embarrassed about something. Hifumi is kind of laughing and kind of being like, did I do the right thing? And you can see that he's holding the camera. Can't possibly believe they were able to smile like that in a world of despair like this. So does that mean this picture was taken before they ever came to Hope's Peak? Which would mean everyone in the picture knew each other before they got here. Including Sayaka? No, there's no way Monokuma did it. It must be a fake. You're fake. Monokuma popped up out of nowhere and snatched the picture from my hand. A forgery plot? What are you, a middle schooler? You think the moon landing was fake too? Come on! Then you're saying this picture is real?
Hey,
If there were such a thing as the Nobel Truth Prize, I'd take first, second, and fourth place.
too bad.
Actually, that's probably not true. I asked you a question. Is the picture real or is it fake? Oh my god, oh, you're so eager to split things in half, aren't you?
Hey,
But it's no use. It's just no use. If you try to split something that can't be split, you'll end up feeling like you're the one being split.
it's true.
The picture is real. No more, less. Another word, Monokuma disappeared. So the picture is real. It's really real. If that's true, that's the case. Yes. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh god, that hurt. So there's now a chemistry lab. Said the room, the smell of medicine was oppressive, so this is the chem lab. I hope inhaling all this stuff doesn't do permanent damage. So there's A, B, and C. It's a remarkably big shelf and it's stocked with all kinds of medicine. Ah, listen, Makoto, listen! Just take a deep breath and calm down and listen to me. Okay, Hina, just chill out. There's all kinds of stuff we didn't have before. Vitamins, minerals, amino acids, creatine. And what? They even have protein zyme X? What's that? A high-quality protein drink. It's nothing like that cheap spill in the warehouse. It's connoisseur level. Oh yeah? This is amazing! It's a gold mine! Ah, my prayers have finally been answered! Well, yeah, because you guys have been without some very, very, important vitamin D? You have not seen sunlight for how many days now? Like, you have no windows to the outside world. A lot of other vitamins you can get from food in that. But vitamin D, you can't get it from any form of food unless it is added into the food. The only reason I know this is because when feeding my kiddo, they need vitamin D drops because of the fact that they're not allowed to be out in the sun for too long, even with sunscreen on, just because it is not safe for infants to be out in the sun too long. Yeah. Time to load up some more prayers then. A gold mine, huh? Already taking a good look at things around here. There's a lot to think about, but for now I should head back to the dining hall and talk to the others. Ah, fuck you. Not long after I got to the dining hall, the others began to trickle in. And after a few minutes... So, is this everyone?
Well then.
Okay, let's discuss what we all discovered. Yeah, good idea. There was a big shelf in the chem lab on the 4th floor, and it had all kinds of chemicals and stuff. And there was An all-star cast of nutrient additives and supplements. Yeah, I mean, that's the thing is that no matter how much food you do intake, you eventually need to have some extra vitamins, like some things that you just don't get from some foods, especially if you've got allergies to certain foods. Like, my hubby can't eat any form of seafood, so I mean, he's got to take vitamins for any kind of vitamins or anything nutrient wise that he would have gotten from eating seafood, or find other products that give the same vitamins and all that. You should at least go take a peek. I highly recommend it. I think you and Ogre are probably the only ones interested in stuff like that. Oh, but it's not all good stuff, though. There was medicine and health stuff, but on top of that, there was also, a bunch of different poisons. Poison? They were all labeled clearly, though, so it would be hard to grab one by mistake.
It's true.
Still, we'd better make sure we're careful around there. And we probably shouldn't tell Byakuya or Toko about poison, right?
Huh?
What do you mean?
Well,
just in case. You know what I'm trying to say? Just in case? Yeah, I think you're right. It's Byakuya. It won't be long before he's discovered it for himself. But to put something as dangerous as poison right out in the open, that's absolutely the work of the mastermind. Found a couple of rooms on the 4th floor, but they were locked. The data center and the headmaster's room. The headmaster's room? That sounds like exactly the kind of place we'd find some clues. If we can somehow unlock the door and get inside. Who cares about a stupid lock? Should be no problem for the world's strongest missing link to knock down one measly door. What was that? No, please, continue. Did you say I've got the nicest butt on the block? The curviest hips in town? Is that what you said? Hell no, I didn't. Then what did you say? Because I know you weren't talking about tearing down the door to the headmaster's room. Knocking down your headmaster's door? What kind of moron education are you trying to start here? That's my room, you know. It is now, anyway. And you're thinking of busting it down? You seriously don't want to piss me off? You have any idea how much bacteria lives on a single bear claw? No, I was just kidding. Please don't get mad. I'm not mad. You're totally mad. Hoping I wouldn't have to add a rule for this. Well, you're gonna go around having those thoughts. I have no choice but to add to the school regulations. Seriously. Breaking down a locked door is prohibited. There, that's a rule now, you jerks. New rule has been added to the regulations. Is he gone? Man, I was scared for my life. I was sure he was gonna kill me for serious. But if he would go out of his way and make up a rule like that, there's no doubt that something important must be hidden in the headmaster's room. But now that it's a rule, there's nothing we can do. Metal sheets have been attached to all the windows on the 4th floor. None of them budged an inch. Just like everywhere else. Escape from the 4th floor seems unlikely. That was to be expected, though. Kyoko? She's ignoring me.
So,
Hey, Makoto, is Kyoko seem upset to you? She is, isn't she? She's totally mad. Yeah, it looks like it.
what's your deal?
I bet it's your fault, isn't it? You must have done something to her. This is bad. So, has everyone said what they need to say? I think so.
For serious.
It looks like nobody found any clues at all. I'm on the way out of here. I haven't been this depressed since my house burned to the ground. Someone do something to cheer me up. Oh my fucking lord, Mike! You just fucking scared me! Ah. I was not expecting that alert to go off. Hi, Mike. It's alright. No, it's not your bad. Don't worry about it. It's just that I was not expecting it to happen. Especially since it's like 1 a.m. Oh shit, I should be ending stream soon, actually. I might go for about another 20. You guys work super hard until you pass out. It's been a long day. Yeah, weren't you... What were you playing? Because I know that you were doing some, like, beta stuff today? Am I right? You were doing some beta for a game on stream, I think. Correct me if I'm wrong. The closed beta for New World? How is that going? If you don't mind me asking. You played for like 13 hours? Dude, please tell me you took a break at least. Jeez, that is a long fucking day. Yeah, you really do deserve to have that lurk and, like, fucking sleep. A few minutes here and there. Oh no, God. Like, I wish I could do that kind of shit, but right now, no, I can't do endurance streams right now. There's no way in hell. Like that, like, were you streaming that whole entire thing? For 13 hours? Because if you were, holy fucking hell. That's an endurance stream right there. And God, I don't think I could do that myself. Well, maybe during the day, maybe during some time I'll wind up actually catching you playing it. I'm in chapter 4. I will heavily warn you that if I don't think I'll get to that point. I don't think I'll get to the point this tonight. But major spoiler warning, major trigger warning with this chapter in particular. There is suicide. I will mention that now. I don't care that it's a major spoiler for this chapter. It is something that, you know, if people find that they cannot, that is just not good for their mental health, please take the break and catch back up on me when I get to chapter 5. But, yeah, no, this chapter's would be rough. Really rough. I'm gonna try and push forward a little bit more. I'm debating I might actually end stream once I get to the point where I can save my game again. Without it being like a weird break in the in the dialogue and everything. Huh? I haven't been this depressed since my house burned to the ground. Someone do something to cheer me up. Can I say something? It's because my dad was smoking in bed. No, I have something I'd like to report. So you guys all remember, right? Remember when I found that picture up on the 3rd floor the other day?
Perhaps.
You mean the one that showed Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon all together, right? Yeah, I remember. What about it? Well, I found another one. Another picture. Almost just like that one. Another one? But this time the picture was of Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. Hmm? And they were all smiling. And the classroom in the picture didn't have any metal covering the windows. So the picture of Mondo, Chihiro, and Leon wasn't the only one. Now you found one that had Celeste, Hifumi, and Sayaka. But how can that be?
Conspiracy!
Monokuma must have faked it. But if the picture is real, then everyone who was in it, there would have to be some kind of hidden connection there, don't you think? Some deeper truth that we just don't understand?
What?
Can't be. It's a fake. But Monokuma said it was real. I know we could just write that off as a lie, but
So
then you trust Monokuma's word over the people who have died? Huh?
because
That's what you're saying, isn't it? No, that's not it. I'm shocked. You told everyone how we should believe in our friends, but you refused to do the same. That's not... What's going on, Kyoko? Why are you getting so emotional? I don't understand why she's so angry.
Hey, come on.
Come on, guys. Stop fighting. Your good luck is gonna float away. Anyway, Makoto, you're thinking about it too much. There's no way Monokuma didn't fake that
Of
picture.
course.
He's just trying to confuse us. You shouldn't listen to anything Monokuma has to say. You might be right, but still... Are you still so conflicted? Looks like you guys have stopped playing nice. Yeah. You all have the same sunken look on your faces. You were all so ugly before. You shouldn't let them sink any lower. When I look at you, it makes me think of a frog sinking into a pile of manure.
You know?
Sorry?
Just a second.
Why are you apologizing? Leave us alone. You're not a part of this. And that's true enough. Your problems aren't mine. We are, and always will be, completely separate. So whatever's causing your faces to turn so ugly has absolutely nothing to do with me. And if I happen to discover a vital clue, it wouldn't concern you in the slightest, huh? Did he finally just say something useful?
hey,
Byakuya, what have you been up to?
That's fine.
I don't mind telling you. Perhaps forcing your lazy brains to get to work might do you some good.
Such ignorance.
I was in the bath. What else would you like to know? Today's lottery numbers? Is taking a bath? He's synced, been talking to Alter Ego. Did he tell him something?
seem
Maybe we should all go take a bath? Ah, good idea. A mixed bath?
Okay.
A mixed bath! If Alter Ego really did tell him something, I wonder what it could have been. Yes, a mixed bath! That is what we're doing. We're taking a mixed bath. When I got to the dressing room, Toko was sitting alone on the bench, the laptop in front of her. Toko, did you decide to come hear what Alter Ego has to say too?
What's your problem?
I already heard it with Master. With Master. You don't have to keep saying it. Anyway, so what are you doing right now? Shut up! Stop bothering me!
How about that?
Get out of the way. We have to talk to Alter Ego.
Well,
Oh, I'm Master, a promise. A promise. Master told me to wait here, so that's what I'm doing. What are you, his dog? If that's what Master wants, I'd do anything he asks. You just love being mistreated. Well, fine. If you really want me gone, by all means. Hey guys, what's going on? We'd like you to move. Sure thing. Just kneel before me and beg. First a mega masochist, now a super sadist. Doga, seriously, I'm asking you guys to let us use the laptop. Didn't you hear what I said? I told you to kneel and beg. Come on, Makoto, give her the old 1-2 combo. 1, drop to your knees. 2, beseech. Why are you acting like you're not part of this? I was as desperate as I felt. Finally, I did kneel down in front of her and I said, please, I'm begging you, will you please let us use the laptop? Such an ultra miraculous feeling. All my pent-up anger at Master for abusing me is evaporating. So even realize it's abuse.
Hey,
That should be enough, right? Hurry up and let us talk to Alter Ego. Okay. Really, Hero? Good job, Makoto. That was some real top-tier begging. Fuck you, Hero. Hey, Kyoko. Still ignoring me.
So then,
Here's my main concern. What kind of relationship do Byakuya and Toko even have, anyway? I'll go to bed every night for the rest of my life thinking about what just happened. Everyone, come closer. I already told Byakuya, but I was finally able to crack open all the files that were on this laptop. Sorry to have kept you all waiting.
correct.
Just what I thought.
I see.
Finally, the time has come. I'm starting to get kind of nervous. I felt the same way. Resting on the keyboard, my hands started to shake.
Just a second.
Move. The single word was like a sharpened blade. When did I move to let him take over?
So then,
Here we go. Kyoko began typing, the words appearing as fast as I could read them. And tell us what you found out. Sure. I analyzed the files and extracted all the useful information I could find. One particularly important fact I discovered was that a certain plan had been put into effect here. To isolate the students of Hope Speak Academy and create a communal life for them. That was the stated goal of the plan. But it was meant to be more than just a normal school life. The students were intended to live out the rest of their lives here. But it's exactly the situation we found ourselves in. It's quite unthinkable, isn't it? And what's more, the one who came up with the plan was none other than the administrators of Hope Speak themselves. What? Wait, hold on. Then the reason we've been imprisoned here, it wasn't the work of some psycho freak or criminal organization or whatever?
No way!
It was the school itself? That doesn't make any sense. Why would they do that?
just a second.
I don't think Alter Ego is finished. Perhaps we should hear the rest. It seems that the reason they devised this plan was because of what happened 1 year ago. This is how they described that event. They said it was the biggest, most awful, most tragic event in human history. What does that mean? Yeah, what kind of name is that for something? Otherwise known as the tragedy. It was apparently some sort of devastating occurrence. Because of the tragedy, Hope's Peak Academy was forced to discontinue its role as a school and close down.
I see.
I see. Things are finally starting to make sense. What this means is 1 year ago, this tragedy took place. Whatever it was, it forced Hope's Peak to shut down. From there, they decided to use the school as a kind of staging
That's
ground.
right.
They planned to sequester the students here where they would live out the rest of their lives.
So,
But why would the Hope's Peak administrators want to shut everyone in like that? And what could this tragic event have possibly been? On a flash, Kyoko had typed their questions into the computer, and the answer we got was, "Sorry, I don't know. If that information was ever on this computer, it's gone now. Totally useless. I'm sorry." And that's all he said. Then, is this really the end? We're gonna wait for the answer and that's it?
Indeed.
It would appear so. Disappointing. Oh, wait! There's one other thing I forgot to mention. I think it might be important. I believe it has to do with the mastermind. The mastermind? Kyoko's fingers moved even faster than they had so far. To figure out the mastermind's identity? No, that I still don't know. I did find a clue, I think. The one leading the Hope's Peak staff, the one who finalized the plan to isolate it, was the Hope's Peak headmaster. So that same person may very well be the mastermind who planned all this out. And according to the files, the headmaster is a man in his late 30s. It seems possible, even likely, that he's somewhere in the school right now.
The headmaster?
The headmaster is here in the school?
okay.
Then that's gotta be the mastermind. I mean, Monokuma's been calling himself the headmaster, right?
Perhaps.
Which makes the real headmaster that much more suspicious.
Serious?
But if we were to break down the door to his room, we're dead, right? So what are we supposed to do? I'll find a way. Huh? No matter what it takes, I will find the headmaster. No matter the cost.
So,
Kyoko, what's going on? I can't explain why. I just know that I have to find him. She has to? Kyoko, what's going on with you? When she heard about the headmaster, her reaction was almost violent. We should see if Alter Ego has any more information. That seemed to be her attempt to regain her composure, and she started typing in. Did you learn anything else? I'm sorry, that's everything I found. All the information on this laptop seems to be pretty old. That's all I can do from here. I'm really sorry. Then it really is all over. Wait, Alter Ego seems to have more to say. Well, it's kind of a different topic, but I was wondering about something. I haven't seen Celeste, Hifumi, or Taka since yesterday. A heavy silence fell across the room. The only sound was the flat, precise clicking of keys as Kyoko typed. They're all dead. What? I see. Certainly I knew that was a possibility, but it really happened? No, sorry. There's no point in me getting depressed over things I can't do anything about.
Anyway.
Well then, I guess that's it. That's it. A simple phrase that held so much meaning. She began typing again. You've done your job. Thank you. I'm done? I guess I am, huh? Then maybe I'll take a little rest. I'm kinda tired. Goodbye, everyone. See you later. That the laptop entered sleep mode.
I see.
So, Alter Ego did everything he could.
Indeed.
We won't have to talk to him all that much anymore.
But
But I feel kind of sorry for him.
But
You feel sorry? But he's just a computer program, right?
well,
I know, but he did everything he could for us, you know? I mean, yeah, I did, but that's what a computer program is designed to do. You don't tell a computer good job every time you shut it down, do you? Well, no, but when we talked to Alter Ego, I guess I just didn't see it that way. I know what you mean. I feel the same way. Hey, come on, it's just a program. You can tell the difference between a program and a friend, right? You know what the What's the difference between us and that program, really? Huh? I started thinking about how you would differentiate a person and an AI. Alter Ego isn't human, I know that. It's just a program running on a computer. But at the same time, I couldn't help but think of him as our friend.
Right.
Yeah, he's no different from us. He's still a friend. I think maybe I understand where you're coming from. And there's no problem calling him a friend. After all, the more friends the merrier, right?
How about that?
Check this out. Friendship has no survival value. Instead, it gives value to survival. So anyway, that. It's a totally smart and cool thing that I quoted from I don't remember where. Anyway, there's nothing more Alter Ego can do to help him. As such, his role in this is over. Am I wrong about that? No, but
Just a second.
frankly, I question the ease with which you decide who is and isn't your friend. Do you really mean that? Story's gotten off track. We should go over what Alter Ego said one more time. Yeah, good idea. What was the Hoops Peak staff thinking?
What?
Why are they making us kill each other? Alter Ego said that what happened 1 year ago is what started everything.
Well,
Yeah, he said it was the biggest, most awful, most hopeless event in human history, right? It must have been a huge incident, whatever it was. But did something like that really happen a year ago? I don't remember anything happening that you could describe that way. What about you guys? I don't watch the news, so... Sorry, nothing comes to mind.
Anyway,
That event led to the closing of Hope's
at the
Peak.
very least.
Nothing else. It must have been some kind of connection to this school. Maybe all the students here were killed or something?
However,
That kind of catastrophe would have been all over the news. At least one of us would remember that. Then maybe they covered it up? That would explain why none of us knew that the school had been shut down.
I see.
Totally covering up something like that, I suppose it's not totally impossible. What's wrong with our government? Our taxes pay their salaries. They should be handling stuff like that.
Anyway,
Maybe. But right now, there's only one path open to us.
so
We have to find the headmaster of Hope's Peak Academy.
correct.
We have to find him and make him tell us
No
everything.
matter what.
As long as we can get our hands on him, I think. Here we go. When she said headmaster, I got that feeling. But even that is a problem not so easily solved. Yeah, you're right.
So then,
Well, our business is done here. So for now, we should get out of here. Oh, yeah, good idea. Then I... Huh? Is it really that dusty? Wait, I mean... I'm not waiting anymore. I'm now guarding it. Yakuya's gonna be so mad at me. Let's avoid getting involved any further. Good goal. Yeah. But as we left the dressing room, someone was there waiting for us.
Ba-bum, ba-bum.
My heart is pounding away. It's pounding with anger. You're not so mad about the whole breaking into the headmaster's room thing, are you? Oh, that little matter doesn't matter even a little. And I'm a little jealous of you guys enjoying it. It's bad, but that doesn't matter either. It's building. I feel it building. My head's about to boil over with rage. Don't get out here so angry. Here, let me help you center your chakra. Etch this on the walls of your brain, okay? When you do something, I do it right back. An eye for an eye, a fang for a fang. Fang for a fang? But be careful, he just changes the incantation of devastation. No, it's just the same. Oh, I see. What's he talking about? It is now nighttime.
This is a school announcement. It is now 10 p.m. is officially nighttime. Soon the doors to the dining hall will be locked.
And entry at that point is strictly prohibited.
Okay then. Sweet dreams, everyone. Good night.
Good night. Sleep tight. Don't let the bed bugs bite.
Correct.
So, it's nighttime.
Hey,
What does everyone want to do? Celeste was the one who suggested our nighttime rule, but she's gone now. I think we should still avoid being out at nighttime. I know it'll make me feel better that way. I agree.
it's true.
Very well then. In that case, time for bed. So everyone headed back to their rooms. Monokuma's parting words left me feeling anxious the rest of the night. Once I was back in my room, I got lost in thought. What we had learned from Alter Ego kept on spinning around and around in my mind. The administrators of Hope's Peak had planned all of this. They did it because of the tragedy which had happened a year before. Ah yes, the tragedy. Apparently the headmaster is the one behind it all, the mastermind. All of these mysteries make me worried, but I still have to try and unravel them, bit by bit. I'm sure the road will be long and tough, but I don't have any other choice. Let's talk about where I was at before I became a bear. At first I was at a total loss. I just had no idea what I should become. A lady in our tech support department suggested I try being a shrimp. She was like, oh, the company's been trying to push for this forever. It's a really incredible offer. But as she laid out all the details turned out, it wasn't a tiger prawn like I'd hoped. A shrimp. It's totally tiny. I would have been the world's smallest mascot. I like eating shrimp, but I didn't want to be one myself. Plus, someone might come along and step on me. So then the lady totally started laughing at me. She was like, you think you can do a tiger prawn on our budget? Ultimately, I decided to become a bear instead.
That's the secret origin story of Monokuma. Good morning, everyone. It is now 7 a.m. and nighttime is officially over. Time to rise and shine. Get ready to greet another beautiful day.
First things first, I need to head to the dining hall. Okay. I am actually going to call it here. Just because of the fact of how late it is. It is like now, it is like 1:30 in the morning. So, what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to, yes, I've already saved. I'm gonna quit the game. I am actually gonna go to bed because it's like 1:30 in the morning. I should go get some sleep. I'm very thankful for the raids, the hosts, the follows, the subscriptions tonight. Thank you, Uber Alex for that sub, Lalil Nova for the raid earlier, and Because Why Not for the host. Thank you all. I very much appreciate it. I wish everybody a good night. Again, I'm sorry that I started streaming late tonight, but I promise it. I'm hoping to keep this promise that I'll be live tomorrow on time with potentially more Danganronpa. Depending, because there's been some things that have been coming up in Final Fantasy that are actually before Endwalker comes out in November that I'm wanting to work on, so I might dive headlong into some Final Fantasy as well. Tomorrow is going to be a little bit of a up in the air whether or not it's Danganronpa or Final Fantasy. But I'm going to go to bed. I love you guys. Okay, have a good night. Try to get some sleep when you can. Night all.